March 6th, 2026. This is the Power True Morning Show. I'm Corey Cove. That's Chris Hockey, and that's the gentleman, John Creasel. Hi, John.
Good morning.
John, Chris.
Well, sir. Hi.
Hey, Chris, how are you, buddy? I didn't know for sure if you were coming in today, and I couldn't remember.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you're here.
Good to be back. Yes.
Good to see your pretty face.
Good to see yours.
Sauce is out and about watching tennis,
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
so he'll be gone.
Is it like a giant tournament?
I don't know.
I don't know either. He said he was going, and I looked, and there was like nothing. It wasn't like Wimbledon was in California or something.
Yeah.
Right? I think he's out there filming pornography. That's what I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic for the show and
It
the
really
station.
would be great.
It'd
And
be a
for
gr-
my eyeballs.
It'd be a great bid.
If he was eventually up for an AVN award.
If he just moonlighted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like he truly, it wasn't just a bid. That his side hustle from now on was just adult films.
Yeah.
It'd be
And
great
he's
for the
not
show.
performing, by the way. He's directing because he's got an eye for it.
Or he's just the dude in the corner only wearing tennis shoes.
Yeah. Or maybe it's shame porn.
Oh, sure.
You know
that
what I
checks
mean?
out.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're like,
He gets belittled.
he gets belittled a lot.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, Belinda Jensen is on.
Yes.
Only because
Her name's similar.
Her name's Belinda.
Yes. Not because she would belittle
Right.
or she
That's
is the
exactly
person
right.
in the corner.
Right.
Right.
And she's bringing
the
her
opposite.
son in, who I believe is in college, I think. And as she told me yesterday, they went to Maynard's on Wednesday when Sauce was there and practiced it up.
Yeah,
Awesome.
got some reps
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
It's good. Got to
Yeah.
get that work in.
We'll see how she does. Yeah, so anyway, Sauce is out moonlighting as a pornographer.
Yep.
By the way, speaking of pornography.
Pornography.
So I saw this in our prep service yesterday. Did you read the story about the Jurassic Park guy yesterday?
I did, but I don't remember what it was.
So the guy who inspired Dr. Grant in Jurassic Park, right? The old guy that created the park in the movie. The character's name was Dr. Grant, right? No, wait. No. Hang on. What was his name? Not Dr. Grant.
Come on, Corey.
Hang on. God dang it. I'm screwing this up because there is a Dr. Grant, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. Hang on.
Hey, Crease.
Jurassic Park.
Crease.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to remember. This one's going to escape
It
him.
does. He's
It looks like he's
struggling a
struggling.
bit.
Yeah. It's early. Sauce isn't here. Right now, like he'd say something bad about Sauce to make Sauce feel bad, and then it'd come right to his mind. You know what I mean? Because like things would be normal.
Creasel, start telling me a story about going to the grocery store or something and just, make it go
Mention
nowhere.
Dov.
So I woke up, and went to the store, and
Oh, God. How long is this going to go?
And
That didn't help.
Surprised.
Hang on. This is seriously this is how I'm going to get there. I'm Googling Jurassic Park Epstein files.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, hang on.
Boy, a lot of weird stuff went on at that island.
Yep, hang on. Okay. Hang on a second here. You almost can't make this part up too. So God, it would have been nice if I had this ready, right? No, I was right. Okay, so he was the inspiration for Dr. Grant in the movie Jurassic Park.
And Dr. Grant was the old dude.
No, I think that was the other guy, right? I think Dr. Grant was
The guy.
one of the main three. So not Ian Malcolm. That's Jeff Goldblum.
Right. The guy whose girlfriend was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's Laura Dern and Sam. I forget the other guy's name. It doesn't matter. So Dr. Grant. But Alan Grant is the character. The guy he was based on is a real paleontologist, apparently famous in that world. That guy, the real guy, the inspiration for Dr. Grant, is in the Epstein files.
Greasy.
That guy's name,
No.
Jack Horner.
Yeah.
That's like the most cliche. Haven't there been 50 guys in porn named Jack Horner?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Something like
I
that,
would guess, yeah.
So if somebody wanted to fill in a Mad Libs for, hey, did you hear who's in the Epstein files? The guy who inspired Dr. Grant in Jurassic Park's real name is Jack Horner, and he's in the Epstein files. What?
Jack probably wasn't sick his whole life, but he was accused of it in elementary school, middle school, high school with that name.
With that name?
And then he's like, if I'm being accused, I might as well do it.
And of course,
What the heck?
Jack Horner, when Jurassic Park came out, was like, that's supposed to be me.
Yeah.
That's me right there.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go catch this flight to this island and watch this movie.
That's like, I forget Mehoff's first name, Jack. You know, I mean, there's certain things you're going to do with your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
paleontologist was probably not on this guy's bingo card.
For sure. Like Nick Madden, for instance. Now, Nick, I don't know if you can turn your mic on back there. I have you potted up over here, but I don't know if he has everything punched on or not.
What's going on?
Hi, Nick.
It worked.
Have you ever thought about pornography, Nick?
I'm going to plead the fifth on this one.
Have you ever thought about being in?
Yeah, not just daydreamed about it.
Right,
we mean performing.
Right.
I'm going to avoid this one.
That sounds like a no.
Perfect. See, that's a Nick Madden answer. If that was Jack Horner,
right,
or Jack Mehoff,
right,
of course he thought about it because that's your name.
And even if he would have said no, it would have been a long cigarette drag and then a very sarcastic, like, nah.
Yeah, and there'd be a thought bubble over his head.
And you know he's thinking about it.
Apparently, there's an issue with iHeart saying that you're looking for the live stream of the Minnesota Vikings game. Due to NFL restrictions, you cannot listen. So
nobody on the stream heard this.
No.
I think I just fixed it. They're going to have to podcast us then. Ooh.
Well, then... Hang on, a quick recap. For those of you who just joined because the stream was down.
I think that fixed it right there, I hope.
If everybody from the stream is back, just a quick recap of the first 6.5 minutes. The guy in real life who inspired Dr. Grant in Jurassic Park is named Jack Horner, and he's in the Epstein files.
Yep. And he is not the guy with the cane that has the mosquito.
No, what is that guy's? I don't want to look it up.
I don't either because it's obvious. They say it 1,000 times.
It's Attenborough or something, right? Is his real name?
Yeah, David Attenborough, for real. He's the guy who voices all the Natural Geographic things.
I can't picture Horner. I can only picture this guy.
Little Jack Horner is the guy who takes his glasses off.
Oh,
that guy.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I act that so well?
It was great.
What I'm talking about?
That was great.
Wow.
I went from having no idea to now exactly.
Now you know exactly who it is. Yeah.
Well done.
Will you ask your person if it came back on? Whoever just texted you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I just said try now.
Thank you. I think I fixed it. Yeah. Boy, look at him over. He can't take it.
I always try going through the alphabet and just literally say each letter in my head and see if it sparks something. And I've gone through the alphabet 3 times and nothing popped.
Yeah,
it's wild.
That happens, man.
Father Time is undefeated.
It wins every time. It wins every time.
God dang it! That is going to ruin my day.
You're okay, babe.
Jack Horner's in the Epstein files, but I can't think of a character's name, and so my day's ruined.
Poor Jack Horner.
No. The opposite. Screw that guy. Put him on Jurassic Park and let the dinosaurs out.
Let him eat him.
Put him in the raptor cage.
It is fixed. I've got multiple father-in-laws awake in California to listen to us
Look
right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we got it fixed for him.
What's up, Tom?
I even remember Wayne Knight played Dennis Nedry. Like, I remember that. Like that. But what the hell is the main guy's name? God dang it.
You're going to have to look it up. You're going to have to.
It's a day ruiner.
Everyone's hoping it goes back to that message about not being able to listen.
Yeah, it's like, can you turn us back off now?
Oh, yeah. But see, the great thing about this crease is, like, technically, we don't really care from 5:30 to 6. So if it takes me 30 minutes to think of this son of a bitch's name, I don't really care.
Which is why I get to be on it this time.
Even though it's the first 2 segments of the podcast, and I care about the podcast.
Right.
So I just completely contradicted myself. Did you just Google it?
No, I haven't.
Chris, are you Googling it?
For the
character's name?
Yeah.
If you do, what are his initials? Okay. Maybe I'm getting reps.
What is his name?
I cannot think of it.
Oh, nope. It was there and it was gone. Son of a bitch, I hate when that happens.
It's not Jack Horner.
That was like a star passing.
The initials are JH.
Jamiroquai.
It's gotta be John something. John.
God dang it. By the way, as he's thinking over there, Chris, I had a speech yesterday.
Yes.
For my good friends out at Safety Signs in Lakeville. Thank you, everybody. And I can't believe how often when I do a speech, people tell me that, because they get up early and do real jobs, that they hear this first half hour. And it's the favorite part of their show. So for
That's
everybody
awesome.
out there, good morning at Safety Signs. Thanks for having me out
Good
yesterday.
morning.
It was a good, really good crowd of people out there.
And you got a sign with your name on it.
I did. I got a sign with my name on it. And they're
Which is
making me
sweet.
one that says Hawkwood as well. I'm going to hang it right back there behind me.
That's perfect.
It's going to be perfect. Yeah. So it'll be on the camera all the time. But Safety Signs down in Lakeville. That was cool. And last night I went to something to Boar. What's that called? Brick and Boar?
Butcher and the Boar.
Butcher and Boar.
Oh,
Thank you. And for the Vikings and had dinner with a bunch of listeners and Blake Cashman, who's the best guy.
Seems like it.
The best guy ever. Do you know, as he's still thinking over there, look at it, it's killing him.
It's John something, right?
It is.
John, God dang it. John.
He won 4 state championships in 4 years of high school football.
Unbelievable.
4 state championships at Eden Prairie.
There has to be only a handful of people
Yeah.
in the, I mean, I suppose in some of the other states, there
Right.
might just be one powerhouse.
Right.
In Indiana, did you guys have just a perpetual?
Yeah, for sure. And in places like Indiana, specifically, the big towns are so much bigger than the smaller towns that there are certain teams that are just going to be powerhouses. Like the teams out of Indianapolis are always going to be powerhouses. There aren't a lot of other big cities in Indiana, you know? So, yeah, we had some, and Carmel was always big. Ohio's, I mean, geez, there's some giant schools that are just dominant, sort of like Texas. But, yeah, I don't know. But
4 in 4 years, that is something.
I know, incredible. And I always ask the same question when we're talking to pro football players. Anything ever compared to winning a state championship? And he went on and on. He's like, I'll never, ever find anything that I love as much as high school football. I'll never love my teammates as much.
Sure.
Great dude, though, man. He was like, you guys haven't asked me to be on the show. I don't know why. I'm like,
Yeah, we have multiple
that's
times.
what I thought.
Multiple times we've had. I thought we had him lined up for initials like twice.
Yeah, he wants.
He's been in the mix a
he
couple
wants to
times.
do it.
Yeah.
He's the. I'm telling
No,
you,
Blake's the best. He
he's
sounds
the
like he's a
best
good
guy ever.
dude.
And what a something. There's something about linebackers, man.
Is it like Hightower or is it something like that? High. What's the second letter?
A.
God, I don't think I'm going to get it.
He's still thinking.
John
Herpes.
No, that's wrong. That's what Jack Horner got
was
at
my
Epstein
dad's
Island.
name.
John Herpes. I swear to God, I got it from the John. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, I give up.
There's something
Hammond.
about Hammond.
Oh, my
that's it.
God.
Dr. Hammond. How can we not remember that?
That now it definitely ruins my day.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have had that. That's embarrassing.
Father
That's,
Time is undefeated.
It
You need
is.
Prevagen.
who's more embarrassed today, me or Jack Horner?
Hopefully, Jack Horner.
I hope so.
I hope so.
You are.
Oh, my God.
God, Hammond. No. God, I hate getting old.
Yeah.
It's better than the opposite.
It is. Man.
But as I was saying, there's something about linebackers. I could have been sitting there beside Jonathan Grenard or Ben Lieber or Chad Greenway. There's something about them. They're just leaders.
Yeah.
You know, they walk in the room, and it's like, and he was, sometimes when you host things like that, because my job last night, I was with a bunch of Delta Sky Mile members.
Was Sauce there?
He was not.
He was probably
would
in the
have been.
Delta Club waiting for them to get back to hang out with
He
him.
probably was. This was an
You're
option.
obsessed with me.
An option you could use your Sky Miles for if you had like a plethora of them and you're like, yeah, sure, I'll go have dinner with a random Viking. And I didn't even think they knew who the player was going to be till they got there last night. And I've done a lot of things. I know you have, both of you, with athletes where they're very quiet. This is not what they do, you know? Blake, like Grenard would have, like Ben would have, like Greenway would have, walked in and was like, let's go. What's going on, everybody?
That's awesome,
and seemed like just was ready to talk to everybody in the room. And there were some great questions from the listeners. And Blake was really forthcoming about what it's like to wear the green dot and be the guy who makes the calls in the huddle. And, you have 15 seconds for Flores to tell you what the play is going to be. And Corey, this was astounding. He said that Flores gives him and Harrison Smith the choice to change the play themselves without even asking him.
Insane.
So, absolutely.
And you see, though, too, why they love playing for him, too.
Exactly what he said.
He trusts.
Yep.
And it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing. He is perhaps the best defensive coordinator in football.
Completely.
But as a player, that's got to feel so awesome.
Yeah.
So did he say that he or Harrison can change it.
Here's what he said. He said it's really because Flores only has 15 seconds to talk to them. Or no, it goes off with 15 seconds to go. But even
just
then,
like on the offensive side.
Just like on the offensive side, yeah. But he said even then, all Flores will do is say, run blah, blah, blah. And then he and Harrison get together, and they're like, you want to do this or not? And Harrison be like, no, let's do this. Or he'll be like, or they'll run it. And then even at the last second, Harrison can run up and you see him doing things. Sometimes he's running up going, change it to this. And then Cashman will change it. But they better be right.
Yeah.
And that is the thing Flores says. Here's the thing. Give me 3 options you think you're going to change it to. Like, and they keep changing that throughout. And sometimes they change that in the at halftime. But Flores is like, you don't have to tell me when you're going to change it, but tell me the 3 most likely things you'll change it to playing against this team. It was fascinating, man. You
know who's not a big fan of Flores? Did you see the Hargrave retweet?
No, I did not, but I can imagine. Yeah.
So somebody on Twitter posted, if you're a defensive lineman and want to get to the quarterback, Brian Flores' system is not for you. And Hargrave retweeted it. Oh. No, he's about to get cut.
Yeah.
Right.
But so he didn't say it, but retweeting it is essentially confirming it, right?
Yeah,
that opinion is the same opinion that Hargrave has. So interesting that he just kind of throws that out there. Yeah. That's it's not the defense for you if you're a defensive lineman and you want to get to the quarterback.
He should be charged with a felony for the amount of money he's taken and having zero impact.
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking about that with someone. I was at a work conference this week up in Bemidji, and think of our position last year at this time, where we had just an open wallet, open credit card, spend away. And here we are, 40 plus million over the cap. Basically every free agent signing did not work.
Yeah.
It's wild how just 1 year can change it. And then I don't recall a free agency period in a while that's been like this with the names that are on there. And I mean, quarterbacks are never free agents, and it's not like Kyler Murray is Johnny Unitas or Fran Tarkenton. But
do you want him or not, though? Because it sounds like it's extremely likely.
I do now. And I've gotten over the fact that he knocked me out of Circus Survivor. Him and a handful of his teammates. Yeah, right. I mean, a million things had to happen for it. But for the financial hell that we're in right now, and you have him to be with KOC, he has a lot of experience and can't afford not to. The price that we'll be able to get him for, if he's willing to come here, I'm in.
It's going to be cheap.
Yeah.
If the Cardinals are paying the rest of it.
And it will be interesting and I think exciting. So,
all right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. I think we learned a lot in that first segment.
Well,
we did.
It spanned the globe, I'll tell you that.
Most importantly, though,
all over the globe.
Corey is positioning himself for a Prevagen
endorsement.
He wants the endorsement. There's no doubt about it.
And I couldn't think of the word endorsement. So,
see?
Getting old as a bitch.
Everybody.
Hey. But none of us are in the Epstein files.
Correct.
Amen, brother.
Correct.
Sure of that.
I don't think. I know I'm not. I don't know about you two. Builders and Remodelers brings you the first segment of the Power Trip Morning Show. Thanks, Builders and Remodelers.
Thank you, Builders and Remodelers.
And they are the title sponsor of Initials at 8:15. Belinda Jensen going to play later. Zach's going to come in. He can give us a high school hockey breakdown. He did all the games yesterday. He's doing all the games today. Marnie will be here later. Creasel's here now. Mr. Z at 6:20. Lots to get to. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Need it today? At Lowe's, Pros
Severe storms could be in effect for nearly 60 million people from Texas to the Great Lakes today.
Crazy.
A giant storm. Meteorologists warn that some storms, including supercells, may develop throughout the day, with the most intense activity likely in the evening and overnight. The highest tornado risk stretches from Madison, Wisconsin to Dallas. Tornadoes.
If only you guys could have a weather person on to discuss something
It's a
like
great
that.
idea. I mean, who could we get at this late date?
Oh, yeah, this looks crazy.
I know, man. And we are racing snowcross today and tomorrow out at ERX. We got a lot of snow, but if it rains like it's supposed to, tomorrow could be slushy.
ERX, where's that?
Elk River.
Oh.
Yeah, right on your way to what is it, Hinckley and all that jazz. Yeah, not Hinckley, the other one, Mille Lacs.
Mille Lacs,
Yeah,
yep.
that's it,
Up 169.
Right up 169, right outside of Elk River. So anyway, we're racing tonight and tomorrow, but it could get greasy.
This is the first time in months, though, I haven't even at least brought my winter coat in.
Yeah.
I didn't wear a coat
didn't
at
wear
all.
one
And
either.
again, I'm a proud member of the driveway club.
Crazy.
You
So
are.
even when it's like yesterday, it started at like 28 and got to almost 50, right? Well, when you're in the driveway club, it's freaking cold out there.
Yeah.
So I wore my winter coat to work, and everybody here was like, "Why do you have a winter coat on? It's going to be 50." Well, not if you're at the driveway club at 4 o'clock in the morning. It was cold, but today, beautiful out.
You
Didn't
need to
wear
walk
didn't
in
wear a jacket. Let's
Walk in
go.
that house and say, I'm done. I am done with the driveway club.
I've
That's
tried.
it. Don't try.
Yeah.
What I'm excited about with this rain,
Thanks,
though,
Yoda.
do or do not. There is no try. Coming from Bemidji to here,
Yeah.
there's some snow up there,
Damn right.
and then all of a sudden here, nothing. But everything is yucky. We need just a good bath.
Yeah.
Some good heavy rain.
And then we'll get one more big old giant snow, too.
We will, but
at some
it
point.
won't last.
No, it won't
It'll
last.
be
It's
like the
cool.
big slushy.
I don't mind it.
Hey, speaking of getting things washed away, you know when the snow goes away and you have dogs, you're like, oh, God dang
Golly
it. And all of a sudden,
the
it's just-
landmines.
speaking of Jurassic Park, it looks like that, right? It looks like Jeff Goldblum walking up to a giant pile of like Triceratops crap, right?
Yeah,
You're like,
right.
son of a bitch.
And it smells like it, too.
So, but my freaking backyard, we must have 10,000 voles.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, my backyard looks like a maze.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
How do I kill all those sons of bitches?
You got to have somebody
Hire a
come out.
service, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And-
There's
and-
a million of them.
And they can also just put, I know it's not what it is, but like barriers up so you don't have to kill them so they don't rot and smell bad in your yard, but they won't want to come back into your yard. And that's what we did when we lived in Maple Grove.
Dude,
Yeah.
Do it though, because it will shred your yard. It will make it tougher for it to start off.
It looks like
Right.
a cartoon.
It does.
It
It
looks
does,
like
yeah.
veins on the top of my backyard with just like dirt and,
Yeah, you got
kicked up grass.
varicose backyard.
Pretty much.
My
So-
backyard looked like Lexington Steel's hammer, just veiny.
And then the front yard's covered in dog crap.
Oh,
My
God,
gosh.
it's another reason why I don't go outside.
yeah, man.
I can't go in either direction. It's a disaster.
Yeah, those things are crazy.
Man.
Those things are crazy.
I'm gonna have to fire up the inflatables this weekend so they
Uh-oh.
can dry off.
Oh, yeah.
Because now they're there.
Yeah, they've been laying in
My
the
neighbors
snow.
are gonna be like, okay, he finally went off the deep end.
It's Christmas.
Yep, the manger's back up and the
Christmas
bumble.
with the Riesels.
Oh, yeah. Those things bounce.
They do.
Yeah, damn
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Careful. Careful with those things.
Yukon
How many do you
bags.
have?
Probably 7 or 8. Yep, because I've got Yukon, I've got Hemi or whatever the dentist.
Oh, Hermie.
Hermie.
Hermie. Yep. And then the manger, a Christmas tree, Santa, Frosty.
I'm surprised you don't have a Voorhees.
If there was one, I would get him. Yeah.
Like Jason with a Santa hat.
Oh my
Now,
God.
that's a mashup I'd watch.
Hell yeah.
Christmas with Jason.
hmm
Just that one day where it's been a hard year killing, but he comes home for Christmas.
And then he sits down for a warm meal.
Yeah. Mom's there. She's a ghost.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
Yeah. He puts up
Mom, the meatloaf!
he puts up a tree and the limbs.
Loses
are
her
limbs.
head, yeah.
Yes. Is he a cannibal? I haven't seen a lot of those films.
He don't eat.
No.
Oh, he doesn't eat.
No, he don't eat.
No need to eat, right?
No.
He's
No.
the Walking Dead.
He's the
correct?
Walking Dead, yeah.
So he never eats.
Yeah.
Why is he killing so much? He's just mad.
He's still pissed. Those
Yeah.
camp counselors were banging instead of watching him.
I understand
Yeah.
that, but like, so he's just killing everybody now?
Everybody.
There's no...
Not kids, though.
He won't kill kids.
No. At the camp in Jason Lives, he opens the door and there are kids in there, and that kid's ruined for life because no one's going to believe that child.
No.
And then he just was like, I'm not, and left, and then went to work on some counselors.
Does he checks IDs to make sure they're under 18 before he slaughters them?
Yeah. I mean, I would assume this child didn't need an ID.
Yeah.
Very young.
Right.
But as they tend to maybe get into the preteen or teenage years, if he's like, oh, that one could be 18 or 15, I can't tell. So he doesn't.
He just does the hand gesture.
Right. He doesn't kill him sight unseen. He's like, let me see your papers.
Right. Well, and here's the thing.
Right.
I mean, he didn't kill the kid, but he killed all the adults, so the kid starved to death.
Yeah.
He succumbed to the elements because he was out by himself in the woods. But no, figure it out, kid.
Yeah, you're at camp. Learn how to start a fire. Learn how to whittle.
Bambini or whatever the kid's name lived in the Jungle Book. You got to figure it out.
Mowgli.
Whatever. You got to figure it out.
It sounds like the great Bambini is like what the kids in Sandlot called Babe Ruth, I think. The great Bambino.
That's right.
All that stuff. There was another cute Chloe moment recently. She was being a little bit of a deviant last she was
deviant's a great word.
And still sweet, but and I explained to her, we went to Green Mill in Woodbury and you drive by the correctional facility there. And of course, parents can't drive by a correctional facility without pointing it out and explaining that's where you'll end up if you're not a good listener. Like, if you're not a good listener now, you're going to grow up. You won't listen to the police. You won't listen to anyone. So she was asking me a million questions. She's like, kids are there. And it's the former Totem Town. It's not Totem Town anymore. But I was like, yeah. So I pulled up the old YouTube and there was a video of an actual kids correctional facility. And there was a kid about her age going into a facility and they're patting him down. And it's that where you realize like, all right, this isn't working, and she's precious. She goes, are they checking him to make sure he's not sneaking in any toys?
Oh.
And it was the cutest thing ever, and I was like, yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
So she's probably missing the point. She's not focused on the right things because she just wonders if they have like a Switch in their back pocket.
For sure.
A Nintendo Switch, not like a knife Switch.
Not an Adrian Peterson Switch.
No.
Yeah.
I had a similar thing. It's one of the few times my grandpa and I ever talked about anything that wasn't like, Old Maid or anything like that, but we were driving by a correctional facility just outside of Indianapolis in his old truck. And I'll never forget this. I can remember it. And he pointed at it and he goes,
there's your future. He said.
Yeah. He pointed at it and he goes, that's a women's correctional facility. That's where you want to work.
Grandpa.
That's where you want to work.
If you think it was like a commercial.
Sure.
It's like, get your degree. No. Get a job.
Jeez.
Right there. That's where the canned heat is.
And he's not kidding, right? He wasn't kidding.
Caged heat. Sorry.
He wasn't kidding.
No,
or canned.
No, yeah.
Canned is hornier. Caged, they can breathe.
Yeah, right.
Canned, it's all ready to pop.
That's where you want to spend your life.
Yeah, why is Grandpa volunteering to do the laundry in the facility?
How many major correctional facilities do we have in Minnesota?
I think 7.
Yeah.
That comes to mind. Let me look.
And they're closing Stillwater.
Yeah, they're closing that. Yeah, right.
But we've got the Supermax is Oak Park Heights, and then, yeah.
How about that
I think
old Shawshank-looking place on the way to St. Cloud off of 10?
Oh, yeah, and I believe that is the largest second largest man-made wall in the world behind the Great Wall of China. I'm almost certain of that.
And I have a
What?
We have a
kidding?
Yeah, for sure. We have have you seen it? Do you know what we're talking about?
I don't know.
It's right on Highway 10, just south of St. Cloud.
Yeah, dude, it looks like Shawshank. And we have a listener who's probably listening right now because he works the early shift, who comes to Dillo's shows all the time, who works there and says he can give me a tour. I kid you not. I'm so intimidated by that place. I'm stupid, but in my brain, I'm afraid I'm going to get locked in there somewhere. Or they're going to think I'm trying to escape. I don't know. I got that look. But we got Oak Park Heights, which is maximum security. Rush City, Moose Lake, Faribault, Lino Lakes are medium high security.
They don't even get Channel 4 in Faribault.
They do not. We got Stillwater, Togo. I don't know. Willow River and Red Wing, those are minimum general securities. Remember, if you guys have seen the one in Red Wing, looks like a mental facility.
Yeah.
That's an old building, too. That's a sweet old building. Wouldn't want to go in there. Then you got my grandpa's heaven, the women's facility in Shakopee. And we got 3 standalone prisons, federal facilities, and a private facility called Prairie Correctional Facility. So as far as we got 1 maximum in Oak Park Heights.
Yep. Supermax.
Supermax, yeah.
And that's the worst of the worst.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do anybody famous in that one?
Probably.
Anybody that we know is in that
I don't
prison
know.
specifically?
I looked it up, though. The Minnesota Correctional Facility St. Cloud features an iconic 1.5 mile long, 22-foot high granite wall, cited as the second largest continuous prisoner-built wall in the world, trailing only the Great Wall of China.
No kidding.
You can't believe how big it is, Corey. I mean, it's...
And it looks scary.
It looks like you think a prison should look.
Yes.
And you guys, when you drive by there at the right time of day, you can see the guards in the towers. It looks like
they have vehicles parked outside of it, and think of the lessons taught there by parents driving by on Highway 10, because I've used that. I mean, used that on the stepkids in the first marriage, and Chloe multiple times. There's a prison.
Yeah.
You don't want to be there.
Right. We've got Paul Michael Stephanie, known as the Weepy-Voiced Killer. Died at Oak Park Heights in 1998.
Jeez, don't remember that guy at all.
Weepy-Voiced Killer.
Weepy-Voiced, yeah. We got Craig Bjork, convicted murderer, often described as one of the most dangerous in the country, who committed further acts of violence while incarcerated. He's there at Oak Park Heights.
Bjork had terrible human behavior.
And Dominique Antoine Jefferson, incarcerated for murder, recently sentenced for assaulting a correctional officer. So those apparently are the only ones that are considered to be the high-profile ones.
There's the one in Colorado that I saw part of a documentary on, which is like the worst of the worst of the worst. And that looks like hell to be
It's
in.
like Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Just the freaks.
ADX Florence Supermax prison. It's the worst and most extreme correctional facility in the United States. Often nicknamed the Alcatraz of the Rockies.
Yikes.
Prisons are so interesting.
Man, it's its own ecosystem.
And the
isn't it?
people that work in them, God bless them.
Can you imagine? I mean, obviously, I don't even know if they have the capacity to do that. Gosh, we got a break. Capacity to do this. But can you imagine being sentenced to prison for the rest of your life for whatever reason you did, and you say to yourself, not, believe in heaven, don't believe in heaven, whatever you think of I've got one life, and I completely just wasted it.
Yeah.
I just gave myself no chance at happiness of any kind. I'm never going to be ever outside again. I'm going to die in this prison.
And that's why on day one, I start figuring out how to dig my way out of there.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You start going, Tim Robbins did it.
Yeah.
How am I going to do it?
And now you
Get me a poster.
You just described what it was like to be in my first marriage.
Oh my God. You crawled through
The old Supermax.
a river of poop that you wouldn't believe.
Front page sports after this. Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
You're one.
I know we got to do sports. We're running late, but I got to tell you guys about the Weepy-Faced Killer. I won't go into the details because it's terrible, but I can't believe no one has made a movie about this yet.
And out of all the times we've ever talked serial killers, I've never once heard Sauce mention this dude's name.
He's one of us. He's one of us. I hate to say it like that, but he's from here. He was from here, from Austin, Minnesota, right? American serial killer. Died in 1998 at the aforementioned Oak Park Heights prison in Oak Park Heights, Minnesota. Known as the Weepy-Faced Killer because after he killed them, and they were prostitutes, 3 women, and 2 of them actually survived. So he killed 3 and he attacked 2 other, and they survived. He would call the police and say, in a weepy voice, and say, "You got to catch me. I can't stop." How about that? I know. I can't believe I've never heard of it. I'm not saying I'm a fan. I'm just saying I can't believe nobody. That's a terrifying thing.
Yeah. And clearly someone who cannot be rehabilitated.
Right. But if you really wanted to be caught, you'd turn yourself in.
Right.
True.
Right.
Or you'd call and say, "Please catch me. I'm at this exact address."
He would call them and tell them where the body was and what he did and say, "Please catch me. I can't stop." That's terrifying.
And then after he was
depressing.
diagnosed with cancer, had less than a year to live, then he confessed, and there was one that he wasn't even a suspect in.
Wow.
Crazy.
Okay, on that note, time for Front Page Sports.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores, spring into energy with Holiday. Grab a Red Bull or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, but you can get 2 for $6 or 3 for $8.50. Those 8.5-ounce Red Bulls, including their spring edition. Check it out. Go get some Red Bull at Holiday. Thanks, Holiday.
Thank you, Holiday.
Chris, you were there last night. The Timberwolves beat the Raptors 115-107 and had 22. Gobert had 18. 7 of 8 from the floor. He had a couple of blocks, actually 3, and 12 rebounds. The Wolves are 40-23. They've won 5 straight. They've won 8 of 9. They host Orlando tomorrow at 2 o'clock. They're now up to 3rd in the West, 1 game ahead of Houston and Denver. And they are 5.5 behind Wemby for 2nd. Home stretch now for the Wolves, 19 games to go left in the regular season. So I mentioned 40-23. Did you hear the stat in the last week or so, John, about the 40-20 rule?
No.
With Phil Jackson? I guess Phil Jackson back in the day with the Bulls, and maybe with the Lakers too, used to try to inspire his team by saying any team that is worth a damn, any team that has a chance to truly win a title, wins 40 games before they lose 20. You got to get to 40 before you lose 20. Well, this year, only 3 teams did that. Oklahoma City, San Antonio, and Detroit. Those are the only 3 40 before 20 teams. And I think what the stat was, if I remember, because this was like 5 days ago, I think it's 17 of the last 18 NBA champs have gotten to 40 wins before 20 losses. So the Wolves are outside of that because they got to 40 wins when they already had 23 losses. They're obviously trending the right way. But if the Phil Jackson 40-20 rule is correct, then the Wolves aren't eligible. But they're heating up at the right time.
They are. They looked good. They had a little bit of a slow start, as they're known to do. But once they woke up, and that is the first Timberwolves game I've been to in a very long time. And the energy in that building, it was so fun. Ant is just a stud. Such a superstar. Plays off the crowd. The hand gestures to his brother after he hits a shot. Just some of the shots he hits, preposterous. And it won't even touch rim.
Whoa.
Button bar. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The stretch coming up for the Wolves, though, I didn't look it up. They've got to have perhaps the toughest remaining schedule. There is only 2 or 3, maybe 4 remaining games against teams below 500. And a couple of those are teams that are barely below 500. And they're playing some studs. They played Detroit twice. They play Boston. They play just a bunch of... So we're going to really get a chance. And the Wolves do tend to play better against better teams. So I'm hoping this is a hell of a stretch coming up.
I'm going to play you a piece of audio from Ant that I loaded in.
Okay.
And he's glad to have Mike Conley back.
Mm-hmm. And slow-mo now, too.
But this is what I don't understand. And again, I talked about it earlier when we were talking about when he yelled at Finchie.
Yes.
On the sidelines.
We're
right?
on the same page on that one, by the way.
I hate that stuff,
it's
right?
It's nonsense.
And listen to this piece of audio. And again, I know he's the best, and I don't understand. I'm an old person, and I'm screaming at the clouds, with this. I get this. I don't understand this mentality. I don't.
Telling me what he see out there, how they guard me, how I should play it. And today it was more so like, at first time out, I think we was down like 12 or 10 points. And he was like, all right, 5, it's time for you to be aggressive. Stuff like that, just reading the game. Because now I'm trying to come out in the first quarter and find my rhythm, see how they guard me. So might just keep my head on the swivel, I would say. Like, hey, they doing this right here, they hedging. So you can hit this, come off, fly off. So, yeah, just keeping me engaged.
Why do you need somebody to keep
exactly?
You engaged? I don't understand that mentality.
I know when I get to work, I need my boss to check up on me and go, I want you to try today at work.
Right.
And I go, thank you for that. I wouldn't have done that otherwise.
I know, right.
And it does feel like basketball is the one.
It does.
And that is why I've ripped Ant a ton. He is so fun to watch. I think he's touched. And that's fine. He's charming, the whole bit. I get it. But he's not a kid anymore.
Right.
You shouldn't need Conley to say, Ant, you should try in the first quarter.
Yes.
And in all fairness, and this is still absolutely fair game to rip, I don't think he needs that during the postseason.
No.
Right?
No.
This is more a problem of the system, that the NBA season just is so long. And they don't really care because they're making so much money. All the ones that really do care flip it on during the postseason, and it's across the league. I mean, playoff basketball is so much different than regular season basketball, and I know that pisses season ticket holders off and NBA viewers off. But I have full confidence that it's going to be 100% when Ant plays game 1 of the postseason.
If that is
you
the
can
case,
see it.
If that is the case, then that's fine. I do get it. It's too long a season. You got to take care of your body. All you got to do is make the playoffs, right? And seeding matters. But you get my point. I understand that. But we've not seen this with him in the playoffs. Honestly, a lack of being engaged. It seems for some reason I have that in my head that we have.
Maybe in the final, but when OKC just comes out on a tear, and then it's clear that. But basketball, you can go on a huge run.
Yeah.
So if you're down by 12, 14, you can still. But I don't feel like the whole team at points. Because I do remember it seems like the whole team, except Julius Randle at points in the playoffs, where it was like, who are these? He was the only one trying, which on most nights, it appears that Julius Randle is not trying. So it was like a total 180. But no, for the most part, Ant brings it.
Right.
If it's a nationally televised game, he brings it.
Again, this may be me yelling at the clouds, and I don't
it's
really,
not, Chris.
I don't know why.
I agree with you.
I don't remember anybody ever saying, Jordan just doesn't care until it's, what I mean? Yeah. I don't remember people ever saying Larry Bird doesn't care until, I don't remember him saying Magic Johnson doesn't care until, I don't know.
It's
a different world, and I get it.
And a different game now.
Different game, too. Yep, sure.
And the NBA, it is too long of a season. They're not going to reduce the number of games. The TV deals that are creating wealth for everyone. Mm-hmm. Of course, they can't go backward. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. But it is frustrating. And shout out to my friend Corey who brought me last night. I heard what he pays per seat, and I'm like, yeah, I would be extra pissed if they weren't trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a long discussion topic. I can't believe I've never thought of before, so we might not have enough time. But you guys tell me if I'm crazy on this. I'm thinking it through as I'm saying it. The NFL's perfect, right?
It is.
As far as schedule, right, and how length. You play one time a week. Every game matters so much. Mm-hmm. If you could rewire the world and create the NBA in the exact same way, could it exist and be more magnificent and still make the kind of money it does if you didn't have to play 82 games, if you only made it a 20-week, let's say, regular season, you only played once a week? Why wouldn't that work for the NBA if it had been created that way, the way it does for the NFL?
I think because previously, I think a lot of their revenue, NBA's revenue, was based on attendance and having butts in the seats, where now it's TV.
Sure.
So you could do it, but then you're not going to get these networks to pay what they're paying now with less games.
But the NFL does.
They do, yeah. They're the exception, not the rule,
right?
Though.
But perhaps, you know what I'm asking? You know, see what I'm saying? I mean, if you play less games, and the way the NFL works, it's more popular because it matters more.
Yeah.
So if you just were to rewrite history and do it the exact same way with every sport, hockey, baseball, everything like that, and each team only played that amount of games.
What would be the number with basketball, I wonder?
Well, you could still play like 9 months a year. Just do it once a week. You know what I'm saying? You could still have a long season, but just have it weekly and still play something like 40 games a year.
I don't think the model is exclusive
Maybe
to the
less.
NFL. I just think that the cat's too far out of the bag in the other sports. But the NFL does all the things it does and still earns everybody by a ton.
In a completely different world, in your version, you would have a couple of things that would go your way. You wouldn't have load management.
Right.
You wouldn't have people going like, well, I've had a couple of back-to-back, so now I got to either play half as many minutes or sit out completely. I would hope you would have full effort from every player on a weekly basis.
Yeah. So it could be two, because basketball is a fluky sport too, where there's games even Ant can't hit a shot to save his life.
Right.
And it's just, you don't have it that game. So it's like where NFL, you don't really have that type of situation. So would it be 2 games a week? 2 games a week? I mean, the fact that it starts in early November, late October, and goes till June is insane.
Yeah.
For sure. Yep. I don't know. I never thought about that before. But that's interesting because they find a way to play so few games and make so much more money. Huh.
Mr. Z to talk films after this. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.
Tell you what it means and who.
Welcome back. Again, thanks to my friends down at Safety Signs down in Lakeville for having me out to speak about mental health yesterday. Check out chrishockey.com if you'd like to book me to come talk to your people. It's my mission. I want to spread the word. We got to start making it easier to talk about your mental health. And, man, Chris, you know, you do a lot of speeches, a lot more than I do, man. Sometimes you walk in the room and you're like, this crowd doesn't know who I am and doesn't care, right? Yesterday was the exact opposite. Great people, our listeners, man, and I love it, boy. You can be on your game when they're into it like that. It's super fun. So
it's also fun when during it you'll see a couple people that you're like, this person is going to take some work.
Yeah,
it's going to take some work to get through to them, and by the end they're nodding and smiling. Then you're like, I got him.
Got him.
I
That's
got
the
him.
best. Yeah.
I feel the same way about Mr. Z.
I do too.
Every time we pull him up, I'm like, I don't know if this is going to go well. He's going to probably rip Netflix or Rotten Tomatoes. But then by the end of it, I'm like, man, I'm so glad we had him on.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yep.
Hi, Mr. Z.
Hey, guys. What's up?
Mista.
All right. So my youngest is 12. My oldest is 20. They obviously both grew up in the Pixar generation, right? They've seen every Pixar movie that's ever existed. The little one, though, is now getting to the point where she might be too cool for school, right? Where she might not be super apt to go watch a cartoon in the theater because she's in middle school and she's trying to be cool and all that kind of stuff. But Hoppers is 96% rave reviews. Everybody's saying this is one of the funnier Pixar movies of all time. I'm trying to turn back the time and go what do I got to do to get you to come watch this movie with me? It seems like I want to see
with us tomorrow.
It seems like I want to see it more than she does.
We're going tomorrow to Alamo. Chloe and I are. I'm excited.
Go with them and leave her at home.
How about Harper and Chloe hang out and you and I just go see
it? Sounds good.
That won't be weird.
No, not at all. But no, honestly, I've heard nothing but great things about the new Pixar movie Hoppers.
Yeah, it was right after I saw it. I think I was excited to talk about it, but I'm not supposed to that early. But I think the thing that I liked most about it was, you mentioned it's funny. It's good and it's funny, and as far as I was trying to think when you were talking about your daughter, my 18-year-old daughter happened to be home, and so when I went to see it, so I said, "Do you want to come with?" And she was like, "Yeah, same thing." She's 18. But she liked it. I think deep down inside, how old you get, there's still kind of that fun of, you can't help but like stuff. So Zootopia 2 is kind of the same thing. So, But yes, Hopper's very funny. It isn't like when you think of Pixar, my number one is Monsters Inc. And then of course there's a Toy Story. I don't feel like it's that. It's not kind of an emotional, like a Oscar type movie. It's just really funny and light and charming and fun to watch.
So for those who don't know, what is the premise? How would you explain Hoppers?
Sure. Premise is a young woman, girl, but teen girl, is trying to save a stretch of land that's being because she sees animals there, but she's trying to get to these animals to bring them back to a certain spot. And she runs into some scientists who found a way to sort of body switch. And they put on, you can put your brain into a little robot animal, and then you can understand and talk to all the animals. So that's the quick basic premise. And which, of course, is great. That it's a fun concept. And it is funny. And the other thing about it, there's part of the movie that sometimes cartoons are afraid or pull their punches. I don't want to say it's scary, but there's kind of stuff that leans into a little bit to the old school Disney, where it's kind of creepy and just in a little part where the kind of the uncanny valley creepy, and I like that too.
Awesome.
That they went all in.
All right, how big is it supposed to be? Gigantic, I assume.
Yeah, a little different. Kids' movies are different because people save up to go. Sometimes a family maybe can't go this weekend, but they'll go next weekend. It's not quite as like a Scream movie where everyone piles in Friday night. I think it's going to open 50, 60, but what you'll see, if you remember when Zootopia opened, it opened to whatever, 50, 60 million, like that. And then it just played and played and played and played, 30 million, 25 million, 22 million, and ended up being the biggest, Disney movie, animated movie. And so I think we'll see something really similar, where that week 3, there's still going to be full houses.
All right. The other movie that people are talking about is The Bride with Christian Bale and Jesse Buckley. It's the Maggie Gyllenhaal directed movie. It has no connection to the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein that just won a bunch of awards. This is just
right
in the Frankenstein universe, but a separate one. And Jessie Buckley is interesting because she is, I think, now almost universally considered one of the greatest actresses of our generation, but she still doesn't have name or face recognition. Like, just, the art house nerds love her because they think she's the real deal. This movie's not getting the best reviews, though. Can you explain why it's mixed?
Yes, I think I can. Jessie Buckley, I didn't, Hamnet, of course, she's nominated for, which I didn't, that wasn't part of my wheelhouse. What I couldn't figure out when I saw the movie, and not that, but I know you guys are big Chernobyl fans, I didn't realize that she was the kind of female lead in Chernobyl. And she's fantastic. And Christian Bale's Christian Bale, the Sarsgaard, Jake Gyllenhaal. There's absolutely everything about this movie is beautifully shot and perfectly acted, well written. It just doesn't work sometimes for everybody. There's some people who are going to love it, but for me, it was a little disjointed and kind of got long in some parts and really good in others. So for me, not that it matters what I think, but for me, just about the time I thought, you know what, this is not a good movie, then a good scene would happen. And you're like, oh, that was awesome. And then kind of the same thing. So in the end, it was okay. What it was kind of boring with a lot of really good parts mixed together with not so good parts. So that's what's happening with whatever is at 60-some%.
Yeah.
Which I remind everyone, 60%. The worst thing about Rotten Tomatoes is it's an aggregate score. So when we see 60%, we think D. That's just about failing. But what that really means is 6 out of 10 critics who saw it went thumbs up, and like they gave it and so it's 6 out of 10 people are going to really like it. 4 out of 10 are going to say, I didn't get it.
One of the complaints that I heard about it, or I should say I read about The Bride, is that it had too many ideas, was the way that the critics said. It was trying to get too many different concepts into one movie. Sound about right or not? I can see that. I also felt like I couldn't tell. There were parts that were, I think, intended to be funny or parodies, but it didn't feel. I'm like, oh, this isn't really a comedy. So I think fine. But I like Maggie Gyllenhaal. I think she's talented as the director. I think she's got some stuff coming to just tie up a few loose ends. But yeah, it was a little disjointed through the whole thing. All right. What else? Anything else this weekend that we need to keep an eye on or not?
Not really. We're rolling into March, and next week, reminders of him, which will be a long story on that. But then, of course, Project Hail Mary in 2 weeks. So that's what's coming up.
Reminders of him? That's got to be based on a book, right? That's a terrible name for a movie. Is that based on a book?
Means it matters to what's her name? Colleen. She writes the Weepy books.
All right.
And the young people really, she's had a million movies, and they're all successful no matter how bad they are.
Thanks, Mr. Z.
All right, guys. Talk later. Bye.
Goes. The vibe on Project Hail Mary is apparently really good too, and Ryan Gosling is hosting SNL tomorrow with the Gorillas.
Right on.
Tomorrow, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Gosling's awesome on SNL, almost always.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do What Really Matters when the Power Trip Morning Show returns after this. This is The Fan.
From the 1-800 Ask Gary Traffic Center.
So, OCD is a interesting thing. I started looking up serial killers from Minnesota and found some about 7 of them.
Does Cunanan count? How many?
Yes.
Because he killed at least 3, right?
Yep.
And that's the minimum. You have to have 3.
So
he's one of the 7?
Is this where the crimes were committed here, or just it originated here?
People from here who lived here at one point.
Okay.
Yeah. And one of them was the only person until I believe it was reinstated again in 2007, but the only person ever killed in the electric chair in South Dakota was this guy who was born, I believe, in Leroy, Minnesota. But this was in the 40s. And he took 3 weeks. He was in jail in Minneapolis at the old jail right down here, right? And it took him 3 weeks, but he legitimately sawed through the bars of his cell and got out. That's how he broke out of jail.
Watching this guy?
I don't know, but it's like that's something that you're like, how did you do that? That really happened, right?
So,
he went to Deadwood and killed a bunch of people.
And is it Leroy or Leroy? And I know Leroy sounds fancier.
Yeah, right. Leroy's
but we're in Minnesota. We could probably just go with Leroy.
It was probably Leroy, yeah.
My God, so how many people did he kill?
He killed, I think, 5 people, and 3 of them were police officers.
Jesus.
So, yeah, I know, right, yeah.
And then he went to Deadwood. What year was this, though?
I think he would. All the murders happened in the 40s. Yeah, yeah, I know. But there's a serial killer, a real, honest to goodness serial killer who's in Stillwater right now, who was born in
not Oak Park
St. Paul.
Heights.
No, I know it's weird. He killed 7 people. In 78, broke into a house in Clearwater, not far from here, and killed the entire family. Like
Jesus,
I know.
And he's still alive.
Yeah, he's probably listening.
This, with technology being what it is, though,
live and local.
Like I don't think we're going to have like a hardcore serial killer anymore. It seems like one of the good things about social media, information travels fast. Everyone's got ring cams. That one crazy bastard, the school killing, those college gals.
Yeah.
He used no technology, had a plan, and still got caught. So
life finds a way, though, John.
Yeah.
Well,
John Hammond from Jurassic Park would probably tell you the same.
You're so proud of yourself
with that lit ass cane. You're never forgetting his name now. Right. Your final words.
I'm mad I forgot about it an hour ago.
On your deathbed, you're.
It was John Hammond.
I believe it was a story when that was all happening. But I did read a story somewhere saying the truth is there's technology and there's cameras everywhere. But the other truth is there are ways to dispose of bodies now that people had never thought of before. So,
sure.
So I don't know. It could be happening. That's a really good question, too. I'll look that up next, is how many suspected serial killers do the authorities think are out there right now?
Crazy.
All right, let's do What Really Matters, scores and stats. Well, your facts can definitely be serial killer facts if you'd like.
Change the subject.
OVO LASIK and Lens brings you What Really Matters thanks to my friends at OVO, Dr. Mark Lobanoff and Dr. David Whiting, OVOI.com.
Wouldn't it be weird if you found out I was a serial killer?
This
whole time?
We'll be like, that one Friday morning, he was really focused on serial killers.
Yeah.
Well,
that
again, that's
been the sign.
Every serial killer on the planet, though, right? Like the BTK's daughter.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, that was my dad? Like, under my own nose the whole time. Like, you don't have any sense that something's weird. Just, that's your dad.
Yeah.
Your dad's the BTK killer. No big deal. What? What do you mean, Mike? Yeah, he's been killing people for decades. Well, my life's a scam. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would trip you out like crazy.
See, my dad did a lot of slaying, but it wasn't...
Correct.
It wasn't murder.
Yeah.
Who here at the fan would you be least surprised by if you found out tomorrow they were a serial killer?
Fox.
True. True.
Or our guy
who
says he's in Palm Springs right now, but could be on...
Right.
Successful serial killers
he'd get caught so quick.
Need to pay attention to detail.
There's no way he's leaving his phone somewhere else.
No, he would leave blood and DNA and footprints and it would. I mean, he might accidentally leave a map to where he's hiding out.
Yeah.
You gotta cover your tracks, and he doesn't have time for that. He doesn't have the patience to go through and clean a room. before leaving.
You're right, unless he's pulling the wool over our eyes. But serial killer, yes, it'd be Vox. Spree killer, Barb. Just one day had enough, and she just goes on a spree.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, she would just, that'd be it. Yeah, that'd be her, only just everybody in the office.
Instead of, I wanted to.
Yes, and she'd do it with her bare hands, by the way. No gun involved.
It would be the soup that set her off.
Yeah, you're probably right. Or the shuffling feet, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, all of those are accurate. The Minnesota Wild are at Vegas tonight at 9 o'clock right here on The Fan. The Wild are coming off a 5-1 win against Tampa all the way back on Tuesday. Wild are 2-0 against Vegas this season. This is the final game this year against the Vegas Golden Knights, unless we run into them in the postseason. Also tonight, Colorado at Dallas.
Big night.
And the trade deadline is today at 2 o'clock. So the Wild did acquire Jeff Petrie yesterday from the Panthers. He is 38 years old. They gave up a 7th rounder in return. It upgrades to a 5th rounder if the Wild win a couple of playoff rounds and he plays in at least 50% of those games. So not a huge risk there. But
that's a huge risk.
But like if you're on Trocheck watch, it sounds like that's cooling off, but who knows if that's the truth or not. We have until 2 o'clock today to make a big move.
That's right. And here is Hines, our coach, on his team if they don't make any more trades.
I feel really good about the group. And, from my perspective is that, you coach the group that you have, but, my focus usually is are we getting the team to play to an identity that really fits what we feel is going to give us a chance to win and focusing on that. If there's more additions, then that's great. If there's not more additions, then we've got to really now at this time of year, take what we've done and you got to take it to a new level. As far as an identity and a team structure and how you want to play. And I also think a big part of it too is whether you add or don't add, we've got to try to maximize the individual players' potentials as well. And I think that in turn drives the team performance to a new level.
What if that clip was him going, I think we need about 3 more dudes. I like these guys, but they're just not good enough.
I had the same thought. I even wrote down a new bit I titled Truth in Audio.
Yes.
Where if we listen to the soundbite and then we have the Truth in Audio would be, if we don't make trades, we're screwed.
Yeah.
None of these guys they don't care. Ain't nobody got no talent. One guy smells bad.
Yep.
I like it.
And please ask me no more questions.
Yeah, right.
I want to go home.
And this should be sauce, by the way, that we put on the spot for Truth in Audio.
For sure.
Right.
100%.
Yeah. Sauce, if he was telling the truth, what would he say? Who?
Sorry, I was on my phone.
The Gopher women are in the Big Ten quarterfinals today for the Big Ten tournament at 1:30. They have number 11 Ohio State. This is one of those weird things where the Gopher women got a double bye. Mm-hmm. So even though the Gopher women are ranked 19th and Ohio State is ranked 11th, I assume Big Ten record was how it got seeded. So they beat them. The Gophers beat Ohio State just a couple of weeks ago, 74-61. But Ohio State has advanced and will square off against the Gophers today.
That is weird.
It's kind of a weird draw, but according to ESPN Analytics, we're supposed to win about 60% of the time.
Every time.
Yep. But what really matters is this.
The Minneapolis Skyway has quietly lost its world record, according to the Star Tribune. Still one of the largest in the world, but is no longer the largest Skyway system in the world. Skyway Network in Riyadh is now the longest Skyway. I guess it's hot.
I suppose.
So,
but they're
different.
used to it.
Yeah, I know. But they'd say the same thing about us regarding the cold, probably. But
I will take 110 degrees over 20 below zero any day.
Oh, F that. I completely disagree. Give me a...
Well, you're going to be inside regardless.
Yeah, but if I have to do one of the two, give me a winter coat and some gloves, and I'll do minus 20 versus 100.
You could sit in the shade and have a cold beer, a cocktail.
That's nuts.
Listen to some bangers. You're not doing that at 20 below, no matter how bundled up you are.
I was in Vegas the day, and I know you've been in the Middle East, so I'm talking to the wrong person. But in general, both of you have been in the Middle East.
I do not recommend.
But I was in Vegas that week that it hit almost 120. It was like the Vegas record. And I left. You guys have been to Vegas enough to know I was at Planet Hollywood. No, I was at Paris trying to get to Planet Hollywood. That's a what? 90-second walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got halfway there and I'm like, oh my God. I was burning alive. I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
So I got to Planet Hollywood, and I think I eventually just turned right back around. I'm like, I'm not walking the strip.
But you were in the sun.
Yeah.
For sure, but it was like 117 degrees. Like it hits you right in the face. Like this, I can't even breathe out here. Give me minus 20 over 117.
I'm going to say this again because I got no props for it, and I think it was the most amazingly accurate thing I've ever said. Your complexion is that of a chicken finger without the breading on it. So,
and the breading is really the best part anyway.
Right?
It
so
really
of course you can't be in the sunshine.
No.
Of course you can't.
Can't breathe. It hurts. It burns. I'm going back inside.
By the way, back to my what really matters. Could you how many miles of Skyway system do you guys believe Minneapolis has? Do you guys know this number? Is this widely known? And when I said miles, I was surprised that was the number, that it was in miles.
3.5 is my guess. And I bet I'm light.
Is it over almost every downtown block?
I believe so.
How many blocks wide? How many blocks long here? Let's go. I'll say 5.
And including US Bank Stadium. That's connected. So
right.
That part, yeah, my 3.5's way. I'm going to say 4.7.
We're probably way short.
The Guinness World Record is in the one I talked about at Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. Their Skyway runs 9.6 miles, beating us by 0.1 miles. 9.5 miles of Skyway in Minneapolis.
Well, then we just need to put like another block or two up, and then we get the record back.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, let's just add a couple.
We can't let Saudi Arabia be nowhere.
No. 9.5 miles?
That's a lot.
It is a lot. And by the way, why isn't every part of Vegas connected by a Skyway? You would think it would be. I mean, they should all work together to keep us in their buildings as much as possible.
Well, there are.
What I mean?
Think of how many of them have systems, though, right? Like the Mandalay Luxor Excalibur has the tram.
Yep.
Like the Bellagio and Aria and stuff have that tram in the back. There's a lot of them that are connected either secretly or very obviously, right? Like Paris and Horseshoe. We can walk in between the two. There's a lot of them where they don't want you to leave, but not so much necessarily if it's like from a Caesars property to an MGM property, right? They want to try to keep you in a Caesars property.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
And it is always very deceiving how close everything is. To go across the strip, that would be a long Skyway. That would be, I mean, you could put some shade there.
It would help the homeless people that are begging for money.
For sure.
Yeah.
And the dogs that they have. They always have dogs. And it just pisses me off. Yeah. The Bears are trading wide receiver DJ Moore to Buffalo. Buffalo is sending a 2026 second rounder.
I don't know.
Why would they get rid of him?
Well, they're pretty stacked at wideout.
Yeah, he's great, though.
My buddies that live in Chicago, born and raised, so they're Bears fans, they thought at best they'd get a third.
Wow.
And they got a second.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, so they were thrilled with the trade.
If you're the Bills, though, would you rather have DJ Moore or Stephon Diggs? Because they're letting go of Diggs and they're trading for DJ Moore.
Diggs is a pain in the ass.
He is.
Not nearly as big as DJ either. DJ's a big dude.
He is.
Yeah.
DJ turns 29 next month.
I was going to ask, I'm sorry, dude. I was going to ask Ben this yesterday. I didn't get time. I don't remember early in his career, Stephon being such a giant pain in his ass. When did that happen? You know what I mean?
After the miracle, I think.
I think it was. I wondered if that was like the turning point. I don't know, man. But everywhere he's gone, he's just driven people crazy.
And then if he's behaving, he's doing the stupid stuff like on the boat with the pink powder. And it's like, this is in a team that the window is, I think, now closed. Yeah. But, I mean, it will always be somewhat open because they have Josh Allen. But that's, I don't know. This will hopefully change that. I want the Bills to succeed. I love watching Josh Allen. This will be entertaining to see him with a game change. This isn't a Diggs type player. Diggs is good route runner, precise. That whole deal. Moore can outmuscle people.
But what really matters is this.
Yeah, man, this is crazy. I can't believe I'm just saying this story. Thanks again to the people at the Star Tribune and Chris Hewitt in particular. The headline is as follows. Are you sitting down, Corey?
Sure.
Minneapolis leads the Midwest in pornography subscriptions, which is a waste of money.
It's a waste.
It's all free, baby.
You don't need the full video.
No.
It always is like, yeah, you can. No.
Yeah, but maybe that also just means how affluent the Twin Cities area is compared to the rest of the Midwest.
Could be.
Maybe we just have the money to go, no, we're getting the premium stuff.
It's a sign of wealth.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's changed. I don't partake like I did back in the day, but I'm guessing there's still tons of access, right, for free, Chris?
Yeah.
Your right arm is looking powerful,
Thank you
my
very
man.
much. I try to switch it up.
One arm push-ups.
Yeah. Minneapolis is the 5th-ranked OnlyFans city in the country, behind Atlanta, Orlando, Salt Lake City, and Miami. And
Whoa. Salt Lake City.
Greasy.
That's interesting.
that's right.
Taboo.
Interesting. Salt Lake City.
Tops in the Midwest, the site's content creators gather subscriptions to their, well, you guys know. I don't have to read that part. I have to describe OnlyFans to you fellers. I'm talking to all you guys, including those two over there. OnlyGuider says Minneapolis residents spent more than $14 million in 2025, around $33 per person, which is 336% above the national average.
Wow.
Yeah.
So has the price of that gone up? I know when there earlier people were upset that eggs had gone up. What about OnlyFans subscriptions?
I don't think you can pay for their eggs.
I don't think Jesus Christ. So Minneapolis, $14 million in 2025. St. Paul, $6.5 million in 2025. But the horny folks in Rochester, $787,000 in 2025 alone.
Take it down a notch, Rochester.
Let's go, Roch.
Jeez.
I know 3 guys in Rochester responsible for most of that.
And you know, all of the couples that carpool right now in Rochester, the wife's going, honey, what is OnlyFans? And the guy is like, no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Never heard of this. I'm going to have to look it up. No idea.
Or the dude looks over and goes, is that how you afforded the new car?
Dude, here's a great number. I can't believe I'm just seeing this. Again, thanks to the Star Tribune for providing content like this.
This is content. I would have read it, but it's behind a paywall.
I know. I paid for it because it was about porn. So technically, I'm paying for porn. How many registered content creators on OnlyFans live in Minneapolis?
Oh, man.
Content creators.
So this is just Minneapolis?
Just Minneapolis, not Minnesota. Just Minneapolis.
700.
I'm going to go higher. I'm going to say, I'll say 3,200.
That's 4,705.
Jesus.
And they generated more than $6 million in income last year. But you think about Minneapolis, a lot of young people, a lot of students trying to get through college.
Yeah.
You know?
Tuition keeps rising.
4,700.
4,700?
Yep.
That's exactly how many people Rosie follows on Instagram. That's got to be a coincidence.
By the way, a party pooper named writer from the New York Times named Catherine McKinnon referred to the site as a pimp. As if that's a bad thing.
No one likes Catherine.
No, come on, Catherine. Maybe she's right, though. It kind of is a pimp.
But it's,
they're getting their own, well, no, because they take a...
But pimps are mean, generally.
That's true. Yeah, that's a nice pimp.
Everybody that has ever talked publicly about how much, especially the gals that are making like millions because they're big national names, apparently.
Yeah.
That OnlyFans takes a giant cut, right? And I believe the more money you make, the lower their cut is, right? Because then they're just going for
volume.
Volume, exactly. So I believe the more successful you are, the lower their cut is. Not 100% sure.
Listen to this.
Oh, God.
You know that new sound you've been looking for?
Right. I did. Yeah. I just went all Marvin Berry on the bit. How did I miss this? The chancellor of the University of Wisconsin lacrosse, Joe Gow, was fired in 2023 when it was discovered that he and his wife operated an explicit.
Yeah, we talked about this.
OnlyFans. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, we definitely broke this down because we were like, "This is unbelievable." We must have done that story at least a couple of days because there were some weird details to that, if I remember right.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't remember the details, but I remember we broke it down.
Isn't that where our buddy, the football coach, was coaching?
No, he was at River Falls.
That's River Falls. That's right, yeah.
They don't do that sort of thing.
They wouldn't do that there. La Crosse is a great city, by the way.
Clearly.
I do love that
apparently
city.
they like to party.
So
DTF lacrosse.
Here's to you, Minneapolis.
My gosh.
I know.
That's a sign of a strong economy.
Strong something.
We got to get to 5,000. 4,700's coming up short. Let's get to a nice even number.
Yeah.
Chris probably just got them to 5,000.
Could have been. Easy way to make money.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess easy.
I wonder if there's enough amputee fetishes.
100% there are.
I was warned about that in the hospital.
Were you really?
They were like, there are people that come through and, yeah.
Were you warned or were you informed?
I was.
Was that President Bush telling you to make some cash?
Hell yeah.
That'd be awesome.
GI Bill's not doing well.
No.
So.
Supplement.
Sergeant Creasel, you're an American hero. And by the way, if you don't mind me telling you this, you're going to make a lot of money if you just wait for OnlyFans to be a thing in like 20 years.
They like that longer stump.
Oh.
Chris does the news in a second. One final segment with John Creasel after this. Marty should be here in like 20 minutes. Belinda Jensen in like 30 minutes. She'll play initials at 8:15. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
From the 1-800-ASK.
because I use them. I just want to help people, you know?
Yeah.
I
you
never
don't
look at their pictures.
You just donate the money and move on.
It's almost like a GoFundMe.
It certainly is. I figure,
go what? So, yeah, that's an hour from now, $111,000.
Yeah.
Let's hope it goes off today.
I have two different stories that are also from the Star Tribune. Because if I'm going to pay for some bitch,
get some use out of it.
By the way, didn't know I was paying for it until this morning. I saw a bill show up.
That app you have must have failed you then.
Yeah, it's a long story.
What's the Star Tribune a month? The digital version?
The key is you after your subscription's up, then you use a new email address so you can get a good deal.
So you just cancel new email address, new email address.
Good point.
For the rest of time.
Yeah. I think it's $14 a month or something like that.
It's too much.
Doesn't the company pay for it? Every time I click on it over here.
Yeah, somebody must be logged in over there, yeah.
That's like 1.5 OnlyFans subscriptions probably, right?
Don't know.
Don't know what the going rate is these days.
A now defunct company. And this is a sad, but in a weird way, story. I'll tell you why in a minute. A now defunct Minnesota company abandoned 1.4 million chickens in 2024, leaving them to starve. That's terrible.
In what year?
2024. The Pure Prairie poultry, hard to say, went defunct in fall of 2024. And then failed to pick up or send feed for the chickens. 1.3 million birds were euthanized that would have otherwise become food. Now, question. Why didn't you still make them food?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll volunteer as tribute. Right? There's popcorn chicken, there's chicken nuggets, there's chicken strips. There's a lot of ways to do this. Chicken fries, if you want to go that direction. Canes would have taken it.
See, I'm sure there was some rule that prohibited it because if the company wasn't there to process it and go through all of the...
Right. That's a lot of chickens to just, kill them.
Waste.
Right. Now, and they were going to die anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody got to eat them if you did it, But I feel where you're coming from.
Who counts them? Or do they all just, is it like, here's how many chickens fit in a standard, couple of square feet, and let's just multiply it by the amount of space we have, and it's 1.3 million chickens.
Right.
I would hate to be the guy who counts your chickens.
Right. Before they hatch.
Before they hatch.
And,
or in this case, before you euthanize them.
Right. And, you don't want anything to starve to death. That's the worst way to die.
Sure.
Right? So that's the one thing I'm surprised about is that they didn't find a way to make them food. But the other thing that surprises me is how much the company was fined for starving to death. 1.4 million chickens.
And that probably is the reason the government did not have someone else take over those chickens. Let's hear this fine.
What do you guys think it is? What do you think the company, which no longer exists, was fined for leaving 1.4 million chickens to die?
Let's say 3 mil.
Corey?
I was trying to figure out how much I would charge per chicken to fine.
It's got to be at least $1.
That's good logic. I like that. Let's go 8 million.
$13,000.
Oh, never mind.
What?
My theory was wrong.
Okay, I'm throwing things over here. $13,000. Why even fine them? That's what those chicken, not only they starve to death, but you're telling them their life ain't worth a cent per chicken?
That sends a terrible message to the chicken community.
Yeah. What the cluck? Right?
Well done.
I'm sure Glenn Taylor would have paid $13,000 to pick up 1.3 million chickens.
How many people were gluing themselves to that building in protest?
Right.
God, I miss Glue Girl. That was one of my favorite bits in the history of sports.
I see a further from G. Taylor that said, I would have paid double that to light the place on fire.
That's crazy.
Yeah, weird. So that's a weird story. Here's another story. Autonomous vehicles, Waymo, are coming to Minnesota, but lawmakers are struggling to clarify the legal limbo that could threaten their arrival. Waymo, the robotic taxi, backed by Google, announced it was coming to Minneapolis late last year as it grows beyond the southwestern and west coast routes, its vehicles have been traveling in the city with human drivers since then, collecting data to get ready for the driverless cars. But Waymo's expansion has put pressure on lawmakers to change state law this year. The law is currently silent on the legality of self-driving vehicles. So it's not that there's a law against it. There's just no law for it either.
To
so
regulate
they got to write it up. But are you guys for or against Waymo personally?
Indifferent, because I haven't been a part of it yet. I haven't tried it, so
Right.
I'm indifferent to it. I don't have an opinion yet.
I'm fine with it, but there are some things that need to be worked out. Have you seen recently, like where there's a police intervention and there's a Waymo that just is in the middle of it all of a sudden? And imagine being the person, there was the one where there was a standoff.
I know, dude.
And the Waymo's just sitting there. If you're like, I'm just trying to get to Tom's Watch Bar and I'm in the middle of a potential shootout.
Right. There's a way to Naked Gun make that funny. You know what I mean?
sure.
Where you're just riding along in your Waymo, going to see grandma, and suddenly you see the lights in front of you and you hear the gunfire. But Waymo doesn't. He's just trying to get you to grandma's house.
There should be like a button to push to be like, Playboy.
I'm sure there, and there is an emergency button. I do remember that because I rode in a Waymo past a casino.
To wave.
Wow.
To wave at it.
Yeah.
Talking stick drive.
Yeah, on talking stick. And it is very odd to not have a driver. And I never got comfortable, but I'm sure you would after a while. But
because you see the wheel moving and stuff, right?
It's the weirdest thing.
Like maximum overdrive.
Right. And they purposefully have the voice be very comforting that talks to you. Welcome, Chris Hockey. We're going to be taking you to your place. Please put on your seatbelt. You know, to
Please
try to
keep
calm
your
you
pants
down.
on.
Right. Yeah. Well, luckily it didn't say that. But it is disconcerting when that's happening. But I have read a lot of stories, man. The one guy was stuck in it for 3 hours as it drove in a circle in a Walmart parking lot, and he couldn't get out.
The best.
Because the emergency stop button, he kept hitting it. It wouldn't stop. So he called him, and it took him forever to get that thing to stop.
That's when you just kick the
circle.
window out and just climb out the window.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of laws and things that we're waiting for, I saw a breakdown of this potential bipartisan sports betting bill that keeps getting thrown out, right?
Uh-huh.
And if we're making progress, and is this going to be the year? Are we finally going to break through and have legalized sports betting in Minnesota, especially with the prediction poly markets and all that kind of stuff, right? Like it's happening anyway. Let's just figure this thing out. I forget the guy's name. The one guy that did a couple-minute video on breaking down. I don't know. I don't even know what side of the aisle he's on. It doesn't matter because he was talking about this is a bipartisan thing. We're trying to get this pushed through. And he was talking about what we need, though, is some consumer protections to make sure that this is fine and where this is going to work. And he said 21 years old would be the minimum. And I don't know. I've just always had a problem with that. I'm one of those guys that, like, I have a real problem with, I can go into a casino at 18. I can go to war at 18. But I can't sports bet in Minnesota until I'm 21. I don't understand that. And I understand you don't want everybody in high school, senior year of high school, to have gambling apps on their phones.
Correct.
I get it.
Yeah.
But those are the same 18-year-old kids that could be seniors in high school that go to casinos, that go to the gas station and buy lottery tickets. They can gamble 1,000 other ways. I don't understand how we get to pick and choose what kind of gambling is appropriate for what age. Because the 21 thing doesn't make sense to me. Either the gambling in the entire state should be 21 or sports betting should be 18.
But the difference is that's already the law, that right now you can go into a casino at 18. This likely is an effort to get a couple more votes to get it to pass. If you have people that are a little uneasy about it and you say, what if we eliminate the whole high school thing being a possibility?
Right.
Unless you've got a super senior. Then at 21, do we have your vote? That's a lot of times what it comes down to. It's not necessarily.
So it's not even logic. It's just getting the votes.
It's what can we get passed?
I'm glad you used that word logic because that's what I was about. That's why I raised my hand. I wonder what the logic was behind the magical year 21.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why
it's
did
not
that
an even
become
number? Why not 20?
Right. And the research shows that your brain fully is, around 25, your brain is finally fully developed. Why 21? I wonder where that number came from.
Yeah.
I understand.
That can't be right because Sauce's brain isn't fully developed yet.
Yeah, well, that's a good point.
And he's 40, what, 3?
Yeah, right. It's a big head, though, man. It's a lot of brain.
It's a lot to fill.
I mean, it's like, right, yeah.
That might be a lifelong Chia Pet project.
But I wonder why it became 20. I understand 18, like you said, that's probably when kids are graduating from high school. But what 21? I wonder why.
It's like the oldest cliche thing ever. You can go to war, but you can't buy a beer. Or you can go to war, but you can't. But it's like, I know that sounds like an easy trump card, but it's an easy trump card because it doesn't make any sense. How can you send a kid overseas to fight for their life and fight for their country, but they can't have a drink or sports bet? Like, it seems like it's those two ages should definitely overlap. That makes no sense to me, but whatever. But again, and you know this, Chris, and I love that you answered it that way because that makes a ton of sense. But as you know, because you were in the legislature, almost all of the gambling laws are made by people who don't gamble.
Correct.
And don't understand the loopholes. They don't understand it's just, I don't think they consult the right people. And I know the casinos are involved, the tribes are involved, but man, almost always the gambling laws are made by the people that don't understand gambling.
Which sometimes is okay because it's good to have a fresh perspective without any, like, I love to gamble. I know the ins and outs of it, right? So that I would be useful in this discussion. But it's also good to say, I am concerned because I can see this from the outside the cloud, going, this is a danger, this is a danger, this is a concern. Let's avoid those. So it's good to have both. You know?
Thank you for saying that, dude, because honestly, I am for legalization 100%, right? Because people should be able to make their own, but there should be some rules too, because gambling addiction is a giant problem. And I think everybody involved in the industry would agree, let's protect people from themselves. There are things there, the same way we do with drugs and the same way we do with drinking. Protect people if you can, you know? So let's use our big brains and reason and make it legal, but put some stuff on it that makes it so you can get help if you need it. I don't know, but you know,
I like
do
all
it
of
the
that.
right way.
I like that, and I'm pretty sure this guy did mention that there are some kind of kickback to help gambling addiction problems. The other problem, though, to me, the difference is always the gray area with what defines gambling, right? Like the stock market is gambling.
It is. There's
no safeguards. I can go to the gas station. No one's going to stop me from buying unlimited amount of scratch-offs.
Out of the machine even.
Right. Yeah. So it's like, why do some forms of gambling have safeguards, but the other ones are like, well, the stock market's investing. That's gambling.
It is.
Yeah.
You might not think it's the same thing as a scratch-off or a roulette wheel, but it is ultimately gambling. It's educated gambling, but it's gambling.
And
so
the most
I hate
important
that
thing
hypocrisy.
Is to do it right the first time, because you're not going to go in and tighten things up after the fact, especially when there's revenue attached.
Correct.
Right. You got to. It's the same thing we said about weed for a long time. Is you got to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes other states have made. And we've already made mistakes with weed, and I'm sure we're going to make mistakes whenever this freaking bill goes through too. Hopefully as soon as possible, but we'll see. All right. We'll do sports in a second. Marty should be here in a minute or two. Belinda Jensen in like 10 minutes. We'll play initials at 8:15. This is the Power 2 Morning Show on the Fan.
Jefferson Lines is your #1
Marnie's here. Bonus Creasel.
No one cares.
Belinda should be here in a second. She texting you? Is that what's happening when she gets
she's
you?
going to text me, yeah. Hi, Marnie. Yeah, she'll text me when she gets
Marnie
here.
Gellner. She's from MarnieGellner.com, right?
Yeah.
I believe that's right.
You have a similar website, right? What's the name of that? It's not Marnie. JohnCreasel.com.
Well, if we're talking about that, there's a ChrisHockey.com as well.
Wow.
That's so weird.
Man, am I the only one that doesn't have my own name as a website? Because my website is initialsgame.com.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, I'll tell you what's weird is you're the only one that doesn't do speeches through Kayla Creasel, which you can book me at ChrisHockey.com.
Yes.
got you.
She's
Boy, oh
good.
boy, this is a rolling advertisement going
Interesting.
on here.
I do corporate initials events, though.
I do
You can
do
do
a lot
that.
of
You can book
corporations.
corporate initials events.
Through initialsgame.com.
You got it, buddy.
Look at that.
Look at you.
I agree.
Hi, Marnie.
How about your Wolves, Marnie?
We're looking good. It's about time.
Yep.
I feel like we've been waiting for this version of this team all season. And when we see it, man, it's just so good.
Creasel was there.
Place was rocking.
You were there last night?
My first Wolves game in years.
Where were you sitting?
I was like 7 rows behind Parker and Taylor.
Oh, no.
I saw you walk by.
Oh, was she pimp strutting?
Yeah, you couldn't hear me though. I was
I
like,
hope
Marty!
so.
But it was loud in there, so yeah.
Oh, dang. Well, thanks for texting me and let me know.
Oh.
Yeah, 8 of
Yours are
9
great.
and 5 straight.
Yeah. Yep. And we moved into third last night because the Rockets lost to Golden State while Steph Curry is still hurt. So that's a bad loss for them. And that's a great dub for us. And now you got the Orlando Magic, who on tomorrow afternoon, that's a scuffling team.
What time is that
How
one?
come it's a 2 o'clock game? That's weird.
Amazon Prime picked it up.
Oh.
We are also still doing the game. So I don't know why they have a 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon. That does seem like an odd watch time. But my point is, it took this long to just finally claw into fourth because it's so jammed up. Now you finally leapfrog to 3. This is when you go, okay, do not let this position go.
Yeah.
Yep. 5.5 behind Wemby and the Spurs, 1 billion games behind OKC with
that's
19
okay.
games to go, but still.
I can live
3
with
would be
third.
great.
Yes, I can live with the 3 seed because we were living in that 6. We were even in 7 for a while. Like 6, 7 is a tough place in the Western.
So I got a hardcore basketball question for you since we're asking hardcore basketball questions. The Spurs and Wemby again beat Detroit last night, right? And Detroit's awesome. We get it. They're on a great record, but seems like the Spurs own them. Jason Tatum expected to make his season debut tonight, and the Celtics are the Celtics are 41-21 this year without Jason Tatum. That's insane to have one of the best 5 to 10 top 5 to 10 players in the league, and they're 41-21 without him because Jaylen Brown's obviously playing close to MVP level. Anyway, here's my point, or here's my question, with the Celtics being the question mark. I know the Wolves are the 3rd seed in the West, but doesn't it feel like yet again the NBA champ is coming out of the West? Like I don't think Detroit can beat OKC in a 7-game series. I don't think they can beat Wemby in a 7-game series. I don't think they can beat the Wolves in a 7-game series. I don't know about Boston yet because I don't know how healthy
we get them
Tatum's
twice in the next month, though, I believe.
Right.
So.
But I think the top 3 teams in the West would all absolutely work the Detroit Pistons.
Yes, it does seem that way, but it also feels like it would be fun to see them in a best of 7 because I don't think it's a 4-0 sweep guaranteed. And the first month, maybe 2 months of the season, I would have said nobody's touching OKC. It's a 4-0 sweep for the whole playoff series. But now we've seen, okay, they are beatable, and I don't know if Detroit is the team to do it. And
Spurs are the team.
Yes. I'm just saying in the East, Boston, Detroit, whatever, it's not a given. Yes, I feel like the champion's going to come out of the West. Also because the competition in the West has been tougher all season, so these teams are primed. They've just gone through the bigger battles. Sorry if that's offensive, Craze. all season long and are just more prepared to play those kind of tougher games. So yes, is the champion coming out of the West? In my opinion, yes. But is it a given, a cakewalk? Nah.
No, but it's like an 85%er.
Sure, but I bet there are some 4-3 series. There are a couple of game 7s. That's all, and that's what we want.
This guy's got grease on the Spurs.
I got
biased.
I want my dad to be right. My dad's almost 88, and he told me, like, when I was very young, 3 things. Don't lie, don't mess with married women, and don't bet serious money on sports. And I always say 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Well, you picked the right one.
If lying's one of them, then you don't even know what I'm lying about. But also, the don't bet serious money on sports is subjective. But my point is he got the Spurs at 35-1, and I got him the next day because I'm like, all right, I'll sweat this with you at 30-1. I'm not making a lot of money on this. He's not making a ton of money, but it's a
fun bet. Yes, that's a fun bet.
It's 4 figures for both of us if we hit. I just want him. He'll be 88 by the time the NBA Finals rolls around. I just want him to be like, I got one.
Well, and it's not like he picked 5 teams. We were talking off air. You said
this was like
he spotted them and said Wemby's ready.
This was like the first or second week of the season. He goes, I think Wemby's ready because he had watched like one national TV game. He's like, this team's not 3 years away. They're ready. And I'm like, I'm in Vegas if you want me to. He's like, put some money on him for me. And I'm like, all right, I got to sweat this thing with you. So, yeah, I have definitely, I'm betting with my head and my heart because I want my dad to get it. And but also now, he's just right. The Spurs are primed to do it this year because they've also not just owned Detroit. They've kicked the hell out of Oklahoma City, too. Like, they are. Yep. Well, again, and when Wemby is on, he's the most unstoppable force in the NBA because of his size.
Agree.
How do you defend it? Yep. If he does a turnaround jumper, you can't defend it. He's 7, almost 5, right? Didn't they say he grew almost like another inch? He's almost 7'5". The only one that can stop him is himself or an injury.
For your dad to be able to see that is incredible.
At 87.
That was like the one day he didn't ask for the twin scuttlebutt. He just said, like, I think Wemby's ready.
Furthermore, your dad gets mentioned in such positive lights.
What is that like?
Wait, your dad doesn't?
No, my dad doesn't like that stuff.
I disagree. On a daily basis, Sauce talks about how proud your dad must be.
He does say that.
Like when you did the news report in the bathroom the other day, he goes, your dad must be so proud. What's wrong with that?
Right. I guess you're right. Never mind. Hey, did you guys see that the lights went out at the
in Georgia?
No, at Grand Casino Arena.
I heard about it.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's not the Xcel Energy Center anymore.
Right,
so
exactly. Did you guys know that Zach was the one who leaned up against the switch and turned the lights off during the game? That's a true story.
No.
He leaned up against the switch and turned the lights off in the arena.
That would be so. That would be a great.
Weird
Zach's fault.
The whole light system is on one
digital. There should be a video of him doing that. You can.
That's a great bit.
See,
yeah.
See how many clicks it would get.
Luckily, it was 5-0 Minnetonka, so the game wasn't in jeopardy at all. But the lights went
the Lord
completely
saying
out.
This game is over.
Right. But there was a college hockey game. I believe. Let's see if I have the date here. On February 28th at Grand Casino Arena, game was tied 3-3 in overtime. UConn was on a breakaway, and the damn lights went out.
They're on the breakaway.
On the breakaway.
That's somebody who has money on the game.
And UConn wound up losing in a shootout later. But so you've got to see as the kids he breaks away, he's going down the court. What do you call it? Ice? What do you call it? And the lights go completely black. The entire arena goes dark. And of course, they turn the lights back on. The kid's like, "Come on, man, what's going on?"
Before the first round matchup against the Dallas Stars, Bill Guerin is going to have some kind of a switch installed where he can just flip the lights off if Dallas is on a breakaway.
The crazy thing
has to do it.
It's happened twice at least now during games, and I can't find any story that tells me what happened. You know what I mean?
It's a conspiracy.
I just wonder if it was, just somebody in a booth somewhere accidentally leaning up against a light switch.
How torn must Sauce be? Minnetonka and Edina both moving on.
Yeah.
They're both in the Class 2A semis.
Yeah.
Now, he claims he cares more about Edina.
Yeah.
Bandwagon.
Yeah, he is bandwagon.
He seems like an Edina guy.
He does.
Minnetonka, Rosemont, Moorhead, and Edina moving on.
It's all
those four.
Yeah.
Keep those lights on.
Are those today? I guess we can ask Zach when he gets here. Are those today or tomorrow? The semis.
I think there's a round of semis today.
But is that the other class, though? Is that Class A today and Class 2A tomorrow? I don't know. When Zach gets here, he can fill us in.
He'll fill you in.
Yeah.
There might be a schedule online. We could clickety-clack it.
I don't have time for that.
He doesn't. Look at him. He's busy.
Yeah, I'm busy. My dad's texting me other sports bets he wants to make.
And
he wants
by
the
the way,
sports betting law to go through.
My dad is not texting me anything.
My
Just so
dad
you
isn't
know.
either.
Okay?
He's with the Lord.
Yeah. I just don't want people to think my dad's texting me what Sauce says he's always texting me.
Well, my father-in-law texts me often, and I'm always like, this took a lot of work for him. He's not much of a texter.
Yeah.
And so, like, he took
One
5
letter
minutes
at a time
to say, nice joke. Wow, that means a lot to me.
Right. Effort.
It's not like the T9 days.
Burp just texted me, Georgia, ha 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 ha. No one got it.
Yeah, I guess we didn't.
Hawk said the lights went out. And I said, in Georgia?
Oh, got it.
Oh, I got it.
Well, now you did.
No, he got it. He just didn't laugh.
I got it. Yeah.
So Barb liked that joke, though?
Yeah, because she's my gal.
Yeah.
Good.
And it was clever. Yeah?
Are you playing Password
I
today?
just polled the room, and 3 out of 4 said yes. No, I'm not playing Password today, but I am playing Password next week.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Look at
next
you.
week.
Chloe will be cheering for you.
Thank you.
You're playing initials in like 45 minutes
That I
against
am.
Belinda Jensen, Zach Halverson, and Chris Hockey. Chris, we got an extra bonus segment out of you. We appreciate it, man.
I love you guys. I will see you next Friday. Go to my website, johncreasel.com, and book me for your next event. johncreasel.com. Love you guys.
All right, dude.
Skol Wolves!
Love it. Bye, buddy.
All right, more with Marnie Gellner and the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
The Fan.
we'll go ahead and hit this because Belinda's going to be in a minute. Creasel's out of here. But it's time for
Vikings news on the Power Trip.
Vikings news.
Presented by
Radco.
Your truck accessories pro.
My top story for the Vikings today is that Blake Cashman's a good dude, and I'm looking forward to having him as a part of the Power Trip Morning Show. Had dinner with him last night, thanks to the people of the Minnesota Vikings.
Where did you guys go, Canes?
We were down at, no, we would have, of course. But
did you go to Malone's in Maple Grove?
No, we love that place too. But we were down at, what the heck's the place called again? I've told you this
Butcher and the Boar?
Butcher and the Boar, thank you, which is delicious. Great people, thanks to the people at Delta as well. But spent some time talking to Blake about being in the defense, but not just that. He won 4 championships, state championships at Eden Prairie in high school. Unbelievable. He was a walk-on at the University of Minnesota, which I didn't know, and of course ended up being a great linebacker for them, and then got drafted to the Jets, went from the Jets to Houston, and then got to come home. What a great player. Got a baby on the way in May. He would be a perfect member of the Power Trip Morning Show, and we're going to have him on soon. But talking to him about Flores and playing in that system, but being the guy who wears the green dot was fascinating. I can't wait to talk to him about it on this show. Good talker, good dude.
Yeah, our free agent class from 2 years ago, slightly better than our free agent class from 1 year ago.
Absolutely.
Right? The one from a couple years ago with Cashman and Grenard and Van Ginkel, like that group was legit, and they had an impact immediately, and they continue to have an impact, so much so that Grenard wants a raise, and the Vikes might have to trade him because of it, right?
That is the thing, yeah.
And then the last year's class is the opposite. We're moving on from Hargrave. We're moving on from Allen.
Yeah.
Most of the signings last year did not work. Ryan Kelly, obviously, because of injury and concussions.
Yeah.
Although that's not definitive yet, but I think it's a stalemate.
Yeah.
Because I think the Vikings want him to retire. And I'm sure Ryan Kelly and his agent are like, no, cut us. So you have to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you retire, the money's different than getting released or cut or whatever. I don't know how that works, but maybe there's some kind of a stalemate there. I don't know how that works.
And I'm sure it is something to do with, your agent is supposed to be on the lookout for you. So if there's a way for it to be more profitable or just better in the long run for him not to retire, and he's waiting on, maybe they're working that on, I'm sure. But that kind of thing brings me up to something I was going to ask you about when it comes to Grenard. I think, and maybe nobody is, their perception is skewed in this way, but it's obviously not a situation, but they think Grenard can't be a great, viable linebacker in the league, and they probably think he might be better than the person who's going to replace him is, even by a wide margin. The situation is he does want a market correction in his contract. He signed here on a sweet deal for the Vikings to come prove himself, and now he wants a raise, and it just looks like maybe the Vikings just don't have the money to give him the raise, even though even they know he so richly deserves,
So look at his 2026 cap hit is a little over $22 million, right? He signed a 4-year, $76 million deal with the Vikes, so under $20 million a year on average, though.
Right.
And we just saw yesterday the former Viking that we essentially swapped with, even though it was separate deals, right? We got Grenard, and then Daniil went to Houston.
Yeah.
In free agent deals. Daniil just got a 1-year, $40 million deal. So if you're Grenard going, all right, maybe I'm not saying Grenard thinks Daniil's better. I would hope that he's confident in himself. But even if he's honest and he's like, all right, Daniil's having a more productive year than I am, he's not worth twice what I am. Right.
Exactly.
So that's just Grenard going like, all right, can we get closer to 30? And the Vikes are going, we don't have the money to get close to 30. Now the cap's a myth. You can sign whatever you want to whoever you want and however much you want.
Saying that.
You can just move money around.
Right.
Well, look at the Cowboys. The Cowboys basically took their 3 biggest contracts and said, let's just fudge the numbers, and now they're all under the cap.
Yeah.
You just got to move money around. It's not hard.
After watching that documentary on the Cowboys on Netflix, I'm pretty sure Jerry Jones doesn't care what the rules are.
No.
He'll just do it and let the NFL sue him.
Yep.
He's done that. It's fascinating, but
it's like Belinda Jensen on Care 11 for the last 3 decades.
She does
whatever she wants. She doesn't listen to rules. She doesn't follow what bosses say.
And now that
she goes rogue,
retiring, it's just been amazing how much she cusses on the air.
Yeah, because what does she care?
Unbelievable.
What are they going to do? Fire her?
Yeah, right.
I don't think so. Hi, Belinda.
Good morning.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you
Belinda,
again.
Marnie, Belinda.
I hear the nervousness in her voice. You're nervous right now, aren't you, about this game coming up?
No, I'm not nervous. I did my homework.
Okay, good.
I know I'm absolutely going to fail, but I did go to Maynard's with my son Tanner, and I played it on Wednesday night with Meat Sauce.
How'd Sauce do as a host?
He does a great job, but he even said at the end, he goes, we need to make sure these questions are not so tough.
They're tough, yeah. It's the Trivia Mafia people make them tough. It's trivia, you know. You gotta earn it. You gotta earn it.
But the bar was packed.
Awesome.
It was a super fun night.
That's
super
awesome.
Fun.
By the way, you just said you believe you're going to fail. Your buddy Lee Valsvik also has very little faith in you.
It's amazing.
We were in Abbott's office a couple days ago, and she predicted 0 points for you.
She said,
gosh.
she said some terrible things about
Great
you.
friend.
Yeah, thanks, Lee.
Said your son would do better, but that Belinda's getting a 0.
Yeah, right.
And I go,
Well,
I mean,
I brought him along for good luck, so I might
might
have
work.
to ask.
Is he good at this game?
Are you?
he's shaking his head. No,
Well, he plays with his friends and he has a great time on Wednesday nights.
I knew he
so.
seemed smart.
The coolest, man.
Yeah, like that guy.
Yeah, that place was packed the other night. That's fun, man.
Yeah, it was packed.
You get the waffle fries?
I totally did.
You have to. Best waffle fries in the Twin Cities. It's not even close.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then that firecracker wrap thing, I don't even know.
Take your
It's
word
like
for it.
bigger than your head. It's like amazing.
Let's go.
Not bigger than Sauce's head, but I mean,
Very true.
bigger than mine.
Yeah. How was the reaction to your, and it's been overwhelmingly positive and so much love. How has the reaction to your retirement announcement made you feel?
Yeah, my door code doesn't work anymore, so I think I'm supposed to leave. I'm not really sure.
Is that
No,
right?
no.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good. We announced last Monday here on this show, and a week ago Monday, I guess it was.
Yeah.
And then I decided to move, and so I haven't actually been to work.
Oh my.
For a bit. So when I get back, hopefully it will work. I'll be able to get in and do the show and the whole thing. So no, it's been great. You know, this code auction that I did, that I'm doing, it's as of yesterday, $14,000. So
Oh my
That's
gosh.
awesome.
I know
Wow.
the community really just stepped up. So all that money's going to the ICA food shelf. So that's fabulous.
That's
That is
awesome.
great.
Yeah, people are really nice. I appreciate it for old coats. I mean, for my coats.
Yeah. Right.
That
right.
is really cool.
That is great.
I don't know if you heard us praising you, and it's going to be awkward to praise you in front of you again, but Chad Hartman, our friend Chad Hartman, a couple days ago on Twitter said that Belinda Jensen is the most beloved weather person in the history of the Twin Cities, and we were debating that on this show. That no doubt you're a Mount Rushmore person, but isn't it awesome that you're in the conversation? Like when you think of the names like Paul Douglas and Ken Barlow, all these guys, decades of people that have had long careers in the Twin Cities. If you're not number one, you're definitely in the conversation for number
Very
one.
nice. Well,
He's right though.
Hopefully, the forecast has always been good for people. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, there's a nice history of people here. If you think about all the people that have done it, Dave Dahl in
the conversation as well.
Yep, yeah, a lot of people. So Mike Fairborn.
Yeah,
and you can go back to I mean, there's a lot of them. So yeah, it's very nice. Thank you.
I've seen Dave Dahl at the casino a couple times. He likes to play cards.
Well, he just moved up the charts. Then,
he's number one on my list, unless Belinda likes to play cards.
Well, I like the dice a little better. Maybe I wish they had craps in the state. That would be fun.
How do you feel about
gamble,
slots?
you're on our team.
Slots are kind of fun. I'd probably do blackjack though.
Okay.
If I was going to sit at a table.
Come to Vegas with a power trip. We party. It's
We
super
do
fun.
party.
We're all degenerate gamblers.
Yeah,
Every
that's
one
right.
of us.
That's
like
exactly right.
A couple of us have problems.
Yeah, for sure. That's true. I don't know why you looked at me, but you're right. Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Belle, question for you.
Okay.
I don't have a fascination with the weather, but I feel like I pretty much always know the forecast, as in maybe a 2-day, 3-day basic. I just always know. I like to be prepared.
You feel it in your bones, or?
I feel it in when I'm wearing short sleeve or long sleeves. What app do you use? Not because you need to know if the cumulus clouds are going to come in from California in 5 days, but if you're just like, is it going to be hot and sticky? Or because we all, on our Apple phones, you have the built-in just basic weather app that's kind of on our homepage.
Yep.
I use that one.
That's a
and
computer.
then right next to it, the Weather Channel makes an app. Those are my two.
Wouldn't it be weird if she answered your question by saying, right before I go on the air, I look on the WCCO app?
Well, I thought maybe the forecast would come up, even though I haven't been working. I did look. The CARE app has a good little 7-day I'm looking at right now.
Did you make that?
This is the 7-day that I just got from my team. So there's that. No, to do the forecast 6 to 7 days out, you are looking at a bunch of computer models. There's no app for that because all the apps are obviously computer driven. But then if you go to an app like Care 11 or CCO or KSCP, then the meteorologists in that building will come up with their forecast, and then their 7-day will be on that app. So I would advise maybe going to that, because then it actually has some human, connection, and there's actually humans doing that forecast, because for sure the computer does a great job, let's say 12 hours out, 24 hours out. But then after that, it just can go awry.
Right.
So that's why when you look at these apps, you see all these different forecasts. And you're like, okay, which one do I want to believe? Well, let's believe the sunny one, right? But yeah, so there's that. There is that. So there's a bunch of computer models that actually we all pay for with our taxes, and they're all government models. There's the American model and a number of them. There's 25 of them. So we look at those. That's what we do. We look at all those, and then we look for trends, we look for patterns, we look for sequences, and then we from there come up with the forecast.
So you're telling me I should ditch my weather apps and I should be looking at the Care 11 app?
The computers apps are fine to glance at, but then if you want to see if they're correct or not, then go to a forecast that actually a human makes.
Got you. I have also heard weather people say that a 7-day forecast is like, ugh. It's because we as consumers and people, we want a 7-day forecast. But really, even 5 is a stretch to be accurate. And if you think about it, like today is Friday, your ability to tell us what next Friday is, that's not really humanly possible. We should not expect you to know.
I expect her to get
next
it right.
Friday, that's ridiculous.
Next Friday at 8:30 a.m. That's people actually do want.
There's a trend,
yes,
sure, but to say like, well, Belinda said it's going to be 35 next Friday.
What's going on?
I can't hold you to that.
Well,
that's a full week away. That's ridiculous.
It's obviously trying to harness the chaos theory. It is the chaos theory. So the atmosphere is, fluid. It's liquid. So yeah, the butterfly effect. If butterfly flaps its wings in Australia, it could be a windstorm in California 3 days later. So I mean, that's sort of exaggerating, but not really. Because obviously every single day matters, like what happens upstream of every other spot, like here. So I would say that it's gotten better and better, but I would say past 4 days, then you're more in a trend or in an area of forecast, like let's say 4 or 5 degrees. But the forecast, the apps are getting better and better. Not the apps, but the models are getting better and better. Since I've been there, I've been doing this for 36 years. There's a lot more. The grid is tighter. The forecasts are better. The severe forecasts are better. The hurricane forecasts are better. So
that's good.
But still, it is the chaos theory, and we still have a dartboard at Care 11. Once in a while, just throw a dart.
That's pretty awesome.
That's how it goes.
A lot of stand-up comedians do a bit somewhat similar to this, but why do people care so much about what the weather at the airport is?
Exactly. Nobody lives at the airport.
Yeah, but so why do a lot of broadcasts say at the airport it's this?
Well, because that's where they are actually recording the high, the low, the snow, the rain, the climate. They're forecasting or they're recording the climate at the airport because that's where the weather service is. So that's why the forecast. And that's where the balloons go up. They have 2 balloons a day, 273 spots across the U.S. Our National Weather Service here in Minneapolis, they still record everything at MSP, but it's in Chanhassen. So the balloon goes up from Chanhassen.
They still use balloons for real?
Yeah, twice a day.
Wow.
They have to.
Yeah.
So there's a balloon that goes up from here to the ionosphere. It records everything every 10th of a second, every parameter. And then that's a profile of the atmosphere in 273 spots. And then that's the raw data that goes into the computer models that they extrapolate from.
Can I be dumb? How come I don't ever see it? Is it a giant balloon?
It says happy
super
birthday,
giant.
right?
Yeah, you should go see it sometime. It pops, and then there is a parachute, and it comes down, and it's a light little box that has a radio sound in it, a radio transmitter that's transmitting all the information back to the weather service, back to the computers. And then if you find it, they say, please return it.
Are you serious?
Please return it. How high up before it pops?
Ionosphere.
Which is how high?
I have no idea. I can't think that much this right. I had better get my act together.
But like higher than planes? Are we talking like,
yes.
Like 50,000 feet?
Yes. 60,000
feet?
Yes.
And then it pops and just falls down over the parachute.
And I think it's 273 spots. Do it twice a day.
That seems incredibly archaic.
No, it's not. No, it
does,
isn't because that's how you get a profile of the atmosphere.
Yeah, like a real. I get it, but I would think that's amazing. I can't believe I didn't know that.
That's how they get it, and then that's the raw data that goes into all the models, and then all the models have different algorithms that have the forecast that goes out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 days.
Man.
Wow, that's really something.
And then if there's bad weather, they'll send up an extra balloon. Like they'll send up a 1:00 balloon because they want to get a profile of the atmosphere to see if anything's changed since the one that went up at I think it's 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. or 6 a.m. and 6 p.m.
Forgive me if you just said this because my mind was blown. How big is the balloon?
It's really big.
Like big as this room or big as me?
No, it's half as big as this room.
No kidding. That's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
I'm sure Zach knew that, but I swear I didn't know that.
Oh, Zach knows all about weather balloons, I'm sure. You're a weather balloon guy.
I love watching them every day. Was it 4 o'clock in the morning they launch or something?
I was just thinking, I don't know the time.
You watch the stream of weather balloons getting launched?
I've just watched videos of them launching weather balloons because I'm a giant nerd.
If you call the weather service and you have a kid that's into it or something, or any of you, you can go watch them do it.
That is really
You
something.
can ask them to go watch.
You have taught me something valuable today.
I'm just imagining somebody finding that thing and when it says, please return this. And they're like, I'm not returning this. I'm going to put it on eBay. So Zach buys it.
It's a little teeny cardboard box that has
Zach wants it.
I
that
bet
little
there's-
radio in there, radio transmitter.
There's some guy somewhere who it's his fetish. He's got 1,500 of them in his garage. And
Well,
never
if they launch it from the same spot every day, he's just hoping that the weather's identical, so it keeps popping in the same place. He's collecting them like
the
Pokemon.
Chanhassen ones usually land in northern Wisconsin because
Oh,
everything
no kidding.
travels east.
Well, they're never going to find those.
No.
Why?
How do they even get the radio signal back to the weather service if it gets there?
Because they don't have Wi-Fi?
Right.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Brilliant, man. That's really cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah,
See, we
man.
learned something. See,
We
this
did.
show hasn't been a complete waste of time.
Well, there's my knowledge for the day. I'm not
Yeah.
sure how I'll do in a few minutes.
So we learned that Minnesota has more serial killers than we thought.
Yep.
We learned that the guy that inspired the guy from Jurassic Park is in the Epstein files. What else did we learn? Edina and Minnetonka are moving on in the state high school
Yeah. The
hockey tournaments.
Yeah.
Zach, how was those? How were those 4 games yesterday? Electric or not?
One
Pretty solid.
not great. One very great.
2 okay.
And 2, right in the middle there. There are good parts and bad parts.
All right, why don't you break down what we got? When we come back after this, more with Belinda Jensen, Marnie Gellner. We'll play initials in about 15, 20 minutes. $111,000 potentially up for grabs with the St. Paul Federal Credit Union initials jackpot. That's in a couple of minutes right here on The Fan.
morning doing the mental health talk for the People's Safety Signs yesterday. And you know what I'm always reminded of when I go out and meet and get to talk to listeners? I love you guys, man. Thank you. It's amazing how much you care about this show and this station. I appreciate that very much. Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. It's 8:04. It is initials hour. Our friend Belinda Jensen's over there. She thinks she's going to dominate this, talking trash like crazy. It's unbelievable.
Speaking of talking, cup of coffee.
Yeah. Speaking of talking trash, Marnie's over there as well. Always talking trash about something.
You know.
But she just told me a very, very interesting fact about something I said earlier. Marnie, would you please read the text you got from your boyfriend, Werther?
Werther?
I can't remember his name, and I don't remember if you're married or not.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's my husband.
Yep.
Oh, your husband.
Matt.
Right.
Got it.
That's it.
So the college hockey game that you were talking about earlier, Hawk, where you said the lights a guy was going out on a breakaway and the lights went out. So Matt texted me and said the college hockey game that you were talking about, the DJ started a light show because he thought a goal was scored by the other team. So he hit the light show as the guy was starting a breakaway. So he thought a goal had just been scored and killed the lights, hit the strobe and the celebration and all that as the other guy was starting a breakaway.
I'm so tired of everybody blaming DJs for everything. Like they're just trying to make a couple of bucks. You know, like it's not all on them.
Well, it was very consequential too because UConn versus UMass, and it's late in the season, and I believe was this at UMass or UConn? I can't remember exactly where it was at. But so the home team, as you mentioned, it goes down, has a 2-on-1. It looks like it maybe was going to be a goal, but they made a great save. But as you mentioned, whoever is in charge is probably a college student. Thought it was a goal or something. Didn't wait for the official everything. Presses
like
the button.
Horn, for example?
It was Skrillex.
Presses the button. It starts the sequence as the other team, which, by the way, needs they are on the cusp of making the postseason. They might not make the playoffs because of this now. Because they were going down on a 2-3-on-1.
Way to go, Marshmallow.
And then the lights go out much like they did yesterday.
I think so.
So
there's not a hole deep enough to crawl in.
No.
After you hit that button.
And the Hockey East Conference has, I believe, banned that. I would imagine this summer the NCAA will ban it nationally.
Ban what?
Lights turning off during goal celebration. It's always been stupid. I'm a big in-arena entertainment. I love what the Vikings do with the pre-show, the showtime they call it.
Why are you winking?
I love all that fun, music and lights and everything. I've never understood. It doesn't happen in the NHL, but it does happen in a lot of junior hockey where they do turn the lights off and there's a spotlight. And it's like, no, keep the lights on. We can have the music. We can have the goal horn. We don't need to completely black out the place. So
it's cool. It is interesting, though, Marnes. What you say makes sense because watching the video, the lights start to flicker. Like it's a light show, like it's a, ding, dong, and then everything goes black. It's like, what happened, man?
Seinfeld starts.
I blame Belinda Jensen. Way to go.
Not a hockey person, but that's too bad.
Yeah, that'd be something. So there you go. The rest of the story, thanks to Werther.
And I've not gotten the rest of the story you guys were talking about earlier when the lights went out yesterday at the Grand Casino Arena.
Yeah, was that one of your games?
Yes, yeah. So we were talking. I started saying because you could see the lights starting to dim, and I was like, "Am I losing my mind here? Does it look darker in here?" And then all of a sudden, it just went.
Are they using the horn? Are they using the big horn when there's goals?
No, which is probably a good thing because 4 games a day, there'd be a lot of goal horn usage. So they have the schools bring their band, so they play their song.
Cool. Was there a young girl with a bowl cut eating Eggo waffles anywhere in the building that you saw when the lights were flickering?
Do you not get that reference?
No.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
Think of any Eggo waffle reference in the last decade.
I can't think of one.
And aren't you on social media?
Lego.
Was she holding her hand out in front of her like this?
It's a Saturday Night Live thing.
Not even close. Come on, Zachary.
Does anybody? Do you get it?
Everybody gets it.
I suck.
Stranger Things.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get it either.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
You don't remember how Eggos were making a big comeback because 11 eats waffles?
11?
That's her name. How old are you?
You're in such a bad mood,
It's okay,
Zacho.
bud.
It's
Hey,
okay.
it's okay.
We know you're
good.
tired.
I mean, Zachary,
Turn it
just
up
I've
a
had a
notch.
couple swings and misses today.
Turn it up
It's
a
fine.
notch. It's okay.
No. I mean,
You like waffles,
I thought your
right?
Georgia line was brilliant.
No, you did not. You did not. Don't get on her good side.
Did you mean that?
Belinda's shaking her head in
I
disgust.
needed you to explain it via the little B text, but I did thought it was funny
Well,
after the fact.
I've now used it twice, so.
The best jokes are the ones that have to be explained.
Yeah.
It's like when Jay Leno used to look at his band leader and be like, "You get it? You understand this? You heard about this?" No, we didn't laugh the first time, Jay. Just get to Conan, please.
Hey, Belle.
Yeah.
Belle remembers. She used to be like, "Oh God, Leno's next." Oh boy. Can we swap Conan and Leno? Can just
True.
yuck. Right? Conan's the GOAT. Love Conan.
Yep.
Never understood Jay, but I would watch the KARE 11 News, and I would watch Jay just waiting for Conan. But I never liked Jay Leno.
Well, nobody hated Jay Leno more than local news for a while because when they did move Conan to the Tonight Show and they moved Jay Leno to the 9 o'clock slot, it was a horrible lead-in and it tanked the ratings.
Yeah.
Yeah, lead-ins are tough. Yeah. Well, how about the time that KARE decided to do Cheers? Or when we had Cheers and then Jay Leno, and people loved the Cheers, and then we took away the Cheers, and people started throwing things into the KARE 11 backyard when we went right to Leno.
Oh, no kidding?
Yeah, that's the first time we needed security. Yeah, it was crazy.
So wait, it would be
they were throwing snowballs at Ken Barlow.
It'd be a Cheers rerun at 10:30?
Yeah, it was forever.
Oh, I don't remember
and
that.
KARE kept that because people loved it, and then when they went, then NBC made us go to Leno. Probably
Yep.
should have before, and everyone was so upset. Like they wanted their Cheers. I'm dating myself here, but that did happen.
And they were throwing things at
throwing things into the backyard.
At Ken Barlow?
Yelling while he was doing the weather. Yeah.
It was Dave Dahl, though, wasn't it? You can be honest.
It could have been, but no.
Just throwing
That's
dirty
crazy.
diapers.
That happened. So wild.
And we learned last week, you said there's a whole bunch of varmints and stuff in the KARE 11 backyard.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I said I'm glad I'm the top of the food chain because there's a lot out there.
I got voles in my backyard, apparently. I just was talking about that earlier, how like the snow melted and now it looks like they've
Little tracks
created
everywhere.
tracks everywhere.
And they eat everything.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, you have to blow them up.
I will gladly
You do.
kill them.
What now?
Well, or if you put something out, they'll just go to your neighbor's house. So if you don't
That
like
would
the
be great.
neighbors, just do that.
I like my neighbors, but I would love for them to go to the neighbor's house instead.
I have a trap for them, but
Right.
it will
kill them.
Kill them. I mean, not a trap, a drowning.
If you consider the
Yeah.
landmine route that Belinda was talking about.
Yeah. How do you?
Yeah.
Do you mean literally blow them up? Do you have a dynamite trap?
There's options there. So if you, I mean, if they wreck your whole lawn, though, my goodness,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it
it's
looks like they did.
expensive.
It
You
looks
know
like
what, though,
they did.
Corey?
Yeah.
Send yours over to Boot, Scoot, and Boogie anyway. We don't like them, right? Your neighbors.
That's not even close to their names. And
Okay.
those two live across the street,
Oh,
but
sorry.
whatever.
Okay, send them over there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just picturing Bill Murray like blowing up my entire
Right.
golf course backyard.
Voles
Just
are
for
a
one.
trip, man. The burrows they make, and then there's a circle where they must nest or something.
party.
And once your grass starts to grow back, and that little strip is dead,
Yeah.
and you start just picking it up in clumps, it is wild.
It sounds like Belinda wants to start a second business here and just start killing voles.
Well, grow with care. That's what we do. So
Blow with care.
yeah.
And again, you
Whoa, okay.
Jesus,
Whoa.
Zach, take it down a notch.
Yeah, go back to sleep, Zach. We got this, brother.
I don't know if you have said what the next phase of your life's going to be. So maybe varmint control is what you're
Potentially,
Maybe
yeah.
that's your new project. Maybe you're starting a new business. I don't know
Okay.
what you're doing.
I got to work on that.
Blowing up voles.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, people care about their lawn. Let me tell you, they'll do whatever they do.
Yeah.
I don't
whatever they have to.
I don't go outside, so I don't care. But my wife cares because it looks terrible.
It's crazy how
You have to rake it all up and put new seed down.
I'll just pay for that. Somebody else will do it. I'm not going outside. It's hot outside.
Not yet.
You can get skin cancer and stuff from the sun. I'm not going outside. Can't you tell?
It's raining like crazy out there right now.
I know. And I was just looking at the
reason I'm
forecast. There
outside.
actually could be some thunder today, which is crazy for March. And then Saturday, Sunday, it's like 60 degrees. But then next week, reality hits. So.
What app do you use?
We asked that earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, you missed that conversation. Belinda, did
You
you
can't
see?
turn it off.
I don't remember which. I was watching one of the national news shows this morning. It might have been CNN.
It's 61 Sunday.
They showed the was it
turn it
Oklahoma? They showed a video, a tornado that they caught on camera in the last 24 hours from I think Oklahoma. It looked like War of the Worlds, right? It was pitch black, and then the lightning would strike, and you would see this gigantic cloud in the back, super ominous. It looked like it was a spaceship about to come out of it.
That's so cool.
It looked like it was a mile. I have no idea how wide it was. It looked just like this epic funnel cloud that was all the way to the ground. And again, every 2 or 3 seconds, the lightning would strike, and it would just pop up. My gosh.
Tornado Alley there.
Terrifying.
I mean, Kansas, Oklahoma. We get 50 a year. They get 500 a year. That's how it is. So
unreal. They may get some today.
Yeah, there is a chance of severe weather today south of us. So we might get like a little inch of snow tomorrow morning, and then we're 61 on Sunday, and we lose an hour.
Oh, that's right. That I keep forgetting that's this weekend.
Yeah, Zach's it throws Zach off for 2 to 3 weeks, he says.
It sounds like it already happened. I'm not going to lie to you.
Kind of feel like that. So average is 37, by the way. Next Wednesday is the coldest day in the 7-day, which is 42. But that's 6 days away, so we don't know.
You're right.
don't know.
She can't stop, Mommy. You're right. She can't stop.
Darts right now.
Yeah.
Are we done with snow, or are we going to get more snow?
It's March. We'll get probably in April. We'll get it.
Okay, good.
It'll be just like bang bang punch. That's
my
how
girls.
it is.
My girls don't want to be done skiing for the year and snowboarding for the year. We want to keep going.
It's actually this is. I hate rain in March. I mean, I'd rather just for everything to be frozen still. It's muddy season. We don't need muddy season for 2.5 months. I mean, if you have a dog, you're like bumming out like me.
Exactly.
100-pound dog.
Yeah, you know what you need to do is go kill some voles.
Yeah, just do that.
Blow 'em up.
Make yourself feel better.
Figure something out. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get more winter. I think we will.
Yeah,
we'll get a little more winter, but the chance of it gets obviously reduced every single week as we get through March.
You ski, right? Don't you ski?
Yeah, my kids both ski raced. I met my husband skiing.
Yeah.
They ski. My family skis. I come along. I just kind of track behind them.
Do you have favorite spots across the country that are not Minnesota? Like, where do you go when you travel to ski?
Well, I mean, obviously Minnesota has some skiing, but if you want to ski, you have to leave. But in Minnesota, I mean, I worked at Afton Alps when I was a kid.
Awesome.
So that's probably
no kidding.
Yep, I did. I worked there. I flipped burgers. And but my kids ski raced all over, so we've been to all the places. Tanner was ski racing last weekend in Giants Ridge.
Oh, awesome!
Which they have great snow up there.
Wow!
And,
like downhill?
He was
uphill. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah, ski mountaineering. He was hiking up the hill at unbelievable speeds.
GS.
He defies gravity. It's crazy.
It's
like a weather balloon.
Do most kids that work at ski places work there simply? Do they get like season passes for free? Is that part of the gig?
I think part of it is that. Yeah. I mean, I just needed some money, and I lived in Little Prescott, Wisconsin, so that's where I went. But to work. But yeah, for sure, you get a free ski pass.
Yeah, because we ski at Highland, and my oldest snowboards at Highland, and like every kid that works there looks like they're snowboarders. So I'm just like, you're just working 4 hours a day so you can hit the slopes when you're done.
That's smart. Why not?
It's super smart. Man. You're making money and you're skiing for free. They're living the life, man.
Yeah, but if I had to pick a state, I'd probably pick Utah. That's where I went to grad school. That's where I met Dave, and they have great ski resorts there. Colorado's good too.
And so to clarify, downhill or like cross country?
The kids were slalom skiers in high school, and they skied downhill.
Okay.
Down the hill, through the gates.
Through the gates.
To the finish line.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Rope toe up.
Rope toe.
Rope toe up.
Rope toe, man.
Yep.
That was going to be my next question.
Can't do that. Nope. Somebody needs to carry me, or I'm going to ride that little escalator because that rope.
The magic carpet. That's for the bunny hill.
I don't care.
Chris
you want me
is
up that hill? I'm going.
55, rocking that magic carpet, still just shredding that bunny hill. It's fun though. You should try. You would like it, Chris.
Yeah,
it's the best, man.
The best magic carpet in town is Bug Hill. The nice long one. They have a tunnel even. That'd be fun for you. Lights, tunnel.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
You could pretend you're a vole in my backyard.
I'm digging holes. I'm blind.
Yeah.
Belinda's trying to kill me. It's the craziest thing.
Trying to blow you up.
Yeah.
All right. So $111,000 potentially up for grabs when we come back. One listener gets a crack at guessing the letters I'm about to use, and if they get them both right, they win $111,000 thanks to St. Paul Federal Credit Union. Belinda Jensen makes her initials debut. Marnie, Hawk, and Zach square off against Belinda after this for game 618. Initials is next.